the power.
Fighting it. Fighting the power. Welcome to A Drink and a Joint, episode 53.
Brought to you by the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Who's got to fight for their right to party? The Beastie Boys. Go check out the Beastie Boys today.
Brand new.
Yeah.
New group. Hot new group.
The hottest new group of these youngsters. Have you heard of these youngsters? What are their names?
These crazy kids. Who knows? I forget.
It's like
cool
Mikey
names.
D.
Yeah. I forget.
Damn. But
that was like in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were the 80s.
Shit.
80s rock rap.
Oh, are they still alive?
Two of them.
I think you would hear if they. Oh, okay. There was this tragic death.
Yeah, there was. Tragically, we lost one of
Mikey D.
Yeah,
that's your name. I
don't think it was.
All right, let's spark
To all the
shit.
Mikey D's. Yeah, I've been waiting to smoke this joint. I've been almost lighting it a bunch.
Well, we've got an excitingly demonetizable episode today.
Oh, I mean, no one's probably ever gonna see this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, our page has been buried and fucked into the ground.
On YouTube. Everywhere else is kind of fair game still. I don't know what the algorithms are like on like Spotify and all these podcast places we're being put onto now.
I'm still thinking Spotify is a lot more lenient. They because I mean they deal with mainly music and they don't deal with editing, like they don't all they ask is that you put explicit on it.
Yeah. Just tell us what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have to do that for YouTube too, but it doesn't help us.
But we don't get buried on Spotify like that.
Oh my God, they bury us here. Yeah. They've buried us so deep in the dirt.
At this point, I'm like not even caring about what's going to push us off of the algorithms,
Yeah. Not at this point, we're just trying to get somebody to notice. Any
or just talk about what we want to talk about at this point.
Any publicity
is just for us now.
Publicity. It's always. It's always just been for us.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be the main reason we do this.
Does it?
I mean, we're not making money.
Yeah. Well, since we've been on Anchor, we've made 25 cents.
I was hoping at least you said dollars. Damn.
Nope. Just
it's gonna be years from now before we get a whole $25.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a while. Maybe.
So, yeah, obviously at this point, and I can say the same about my music career. Shit, we obviously like doing this because, fucking, why else would we do it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's honestly a way for us to. I think it's that. I think we definitely have delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, and just and some like false hope that someday something will come.
We think we're better than what we're doing in any given moment.
Yeah. Except entertaining.
And that's what we think we're good at. And we probably
really
do. No one watches this.
So delusional over here. Welcome to the Delusion Cave.
Yeah, with Delusion Tobe and Delusion Dave.
Oh, and it rhymes, so that's the new show. Yeah, so I'm excited to come about this and try.
You're excited to come. You're just excited to come.
Yeah.
Toby can't wait to be done with the podcast so he can just go bust one out.
Comes, man.
Yeah, who isn't? Who isn't just breathing between
comes? Shining cum.
Yeah, from seed to shining seed.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. It was a fair edit there. Yeah.
Just some ropes of friendship.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, what was it? I forget what.
Pearlescent ropes of friendship on his butt cheek. Wasn't it?
Oh, it was Big J.
Yeah, Big J Okerson talking about how your friend. No, I can't because it's. Why would I talk through your coughs? You're coughing into a microphone. You're coughing into a microphone, and it's going to be louder than whatever I'm saying, so I might as well just stop talking.
Well, when I listen, it sounds better when you talk over my notice, because it sounds weird when you just leave it out.
Well,
because I'm going to cough.
I know you're going to cough, but then I'll have
just
to
lean in and talk over me.
Well, I'll have to repeat what I said anyways, because you'll be like, what? And then I'll be like, I said this. What?
It's not for me. So who cares about you?
But I thought this was just for us.
Oh, yeah.
This is just for us. So if I don't wait for you to hear me, then who am I talking to? There's no one fucking here.
I love this new attitude we've gotten today.
Oh yeah,
we're every episode we get deeper in it. We're like, fuck it. Like, we literally said fuck it one day.
Oh yeah, and it was called fuck it. I think it was called fuck it. Yeah.
Got a whole beast of claws here today.
Thank you, sir.
And smoking on some, what was that? Cherry? What was that? Some big cherry? What was it?
Yeah, you're leading me, but yes, it was big cherry.
Wasn't it something like that?
I don't know what it's fucking. I don't know.
Cherry pie? Was that what? No, that was some shit I had a little bit ago. Okay. No, it's ex cherry pie.
It's my ex-girl cherry pie.
She ain't a stripper or nothing. She Christian. Her mom was a stripper.
Her mom was a stripper. Her daddy was a pimp. She's a Christian. That's what she does for a living.
Cherry Pie Jones.
Cherry Pie Jones.
That sounds. I don't know. What would her last name be? Cherry Pie Filling.
Cherry Pie Drizzle.
Now I do like some those little cakes that they call drizzles, where they like, you know what I'm talking about? Those little pastries where they drizzle some shit on it.
Yeah, crepe.
Nah. It's some French pastry shit.
Okay, but not a crepe. A crepe.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's called a drizzle.
It's
like
called
a
a
cherry drizzle or something. But that just could be in some shops.
It's got a drizzle on it though. Can you call can a drizzle be on top of something called a drizzle?
Well, without the drizzle, it's not a drizzle.
Well, then what is it? Maybe tell me what it is. What kind of pastry?
It's a cherry pastry, right? The one I had.
The one is this one I had. You don't
cherry
remember
pie,
that one
cherry
I had?
It's all cherry today. We got this girl. We got this weed.
Changing the name of the episode. Cherry, cherries.
Think about cherries.
Yes, it's a lot less depressing. Just a hell of a lot less depressing if we don't have to talk about Google.
I mean, maybe they bump us up. Yeah, fight the power. That one's great. Just right off the bat. They don't even have to watch this episode. No. Yeah. Like normally they'll watch like a minute 30 before they demonetize you. Nah. They're just going to look at the name.
We could just type in, hey, Google, fuck you.
Yeah.
That'd be better, honestly.
Because it'd be direct.
Yeah.
Because they're going to see those two fucking names. The two fucking names that run, like
the
pay
world.
all the people that check this shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, Google is Big Brother, right?
It's becoming no, Big Brother is the government, so Google's not the government yet.
No. But they who does the government go to?
Oh, fair enough. They go to tech companies. I see, but no, but the term Big Brother means the government, right? Looking over.
No, it comes from. I mean, that's I guess what it's been turned into, but it comes from George Orwell's 1984, where that was the name of. I guess the government at that time, but it was just
even before then it was a literary
entity,
term,
entity of of Big Brother. Was it? Was it a
I'm
term
sure
before
it was a writing
Orwell?
That meant that just meant the government. I've always heard it in that context. Never heard it used as like that kangaroo down the street, that gas station down the street's been watching me. It's Big Brother. You wouldn't say that. You know, I think it's always in reference to the government, though.
No, it says. So, Google says. The origin of the term Big Brother is the name of the head of state in George Orwell's 1984. It was. The book was published in 1949.
That was the first time we have recorded of using it. Okay.
Yeah. And then the definition of it is a person or organization exercising total control over people's lives.
All right, so it's just been in the context of the government because that's who fucking does that.
But even then, I feel like I still feel like these tech companies have even more control over us than the government does.
Well, I mean, that's debatable for sure. Because, I mean, like, Halliburton's status. Like, just say that name gets thrown out.
Just say that name.
Just say I'm saying that name.
It sounds fun.
But
Halliburton. Rockefeller.
Yeah.
J.P. Morgan.
I forget, like, isn't there, like, four actual companies that exist?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something like that. It's either 5 or less.
And then everybody
else.
But
even then, I mean, they're the only ones truly in competition in the world. And so at a certain point, they could easily topple over one of the other one. There become three, then two.
Yeah.
If there's one company someday, if there it gets to the point to where one company owns everything, which it's already down to like a handful, right?
Yeah.
If it ever gets to that point, that's a worldwide dictatorship, right?
Yeah.
One individual would get to decide literally every law that came out, every government treaty, because he has all the fucking money.
That's your new world order. But
Yeah.
then you get into the fun part of like people die one day, so that dude would eventually die,
and his douche son would take over. Like that's
well,
not gonna help.
that really depends on what way you're trying to take this. Like, what is the what are you just blowing it up? Are you just like blowing that idea up to what
Like
what it could
well, if
get
if
to?
it got to one company, then I'm just saying like all world governments would be at the feet of this one man who owned this company. The CEO of that company would have more money than any government in the world, so therefore he could make decisions for these countries. You know, it just seems like.
Well, that's what happens anyways with those 4 companies.
Yeah,
so
but it's not. But they still have competition. What I'm saying,
I
once
don't know.
competition goes out the door.
I think that's where you're diverting from what I think the truth is. Is
What's
where you
the
think
truth?
What I think it is that like these people are all like these 4 major companies.
Oh,
or
I
whatever.
still my case of that diverting from the truth. We don't know the truth, right?
I said from what I think the
You
truth
didn't,
is,
but that's fine. I feel you.
we can go back to the tapes.
No, you said I feel like you're diverting from the truth here. That's what you said. That's why it just threw me off.
Okay, well they're not in competition. I don't think they're in competition.
Oh, they have a deal.
They've been around
to
for
allow each other to exist in a way.
It's not even that. See, I feel like you take it from the stance of like these people are like they've decided to let these 4 stay. Like they built everything else. They're friends.
But see,
they run the world together.
Okay, and they each take their different parts. But I still see that the type of person that gets to one of these 4 positions is a controlling, manipulative person.
I mean, I'm sure one day one of them will be that.
They're all
hungry,
trying to take over.
but they're already the richest people on the planet, and they can do whatever they want.
Not if there's 3 other competitors. You see what I'm saying? They all have that mentality of one day to take down all of those other companies. There's no way they don't.
No, I think, but they're the ones that are like pushing the new world order.
Yeah, I mean, unless the only reason they would truly allow them to exist if they had the choice to take them over would be as if they didn't feel like they could do it by themselves. Which I really doubt these egomaniacs don't think they can run the world, right? I just feel like they think they can do it.
Again, like I just.
Why do you think they're friends, and why do you think they like?
Because there has to be shared. You can't do that. There can't just be the one dude, because the one dude's always gonna have there might be a top dog between these companies, and the rest serve their purposes. There might be, but there's always gonna be people that come down off of that. So even with like if you look at the spider web map of these companies. You know what they all trickle down to. It's like again, like that they all keep they all feed it, and they all interconnect. Like so that they're pretty much just the same It's all just one company, really, and they can call it a few other different things. They have all of the same intentions. None of them are out to save the fucking world.
Yeah, I don't have enough faith in. I don't have enough faith in my own like mother to be in that position and not be an egomaniac. Like, I don't believe for a second that these dudes are friends and allow each other to exist. I think they're in constant competition, and they just have these are the 4 best competitors in the world. You know, that's what I feel like. If they could take each other down, they would. You know how companies work, right? I mean, you would think that if they had the true power to take the other ones down, why wouldn't they take the opportunity? And then be the richest.
I mean, again, like there might be one day when that guy rises up through that, but I mean,
it would be like a merger, right? It would be a day like when Disney and Fox came together. It would be like that. It would be a Halliburton and Rockefeller. He buys Rockefeller's like fortune. All of a sudden, he's powerful than the other 2. He's on top, right? All he has to take down is one, really, because if he doubles up and they're all 4 about the same. Then he would automatically own the other 2. Yeah, in theory. So this has to be one that falls by the wayside. And then there's like one world leader that we didn't pick or choose.
Yeah.
He got there from manipulation and control, and you know, a lot of handed down money,
Okay.
but a lot of illegal shit. Like the first Rockefellers were fucking smugglers. They, you know, during Prohibition, that was an era when they made a shit ton of money. Was like smuggling alcohol illegally and different shit like that. They were in a lot of illegal stuff. Where most of their fortune came from. That they started a lot of the first businesses with. So it's like there's that saying, was it? Oh, it's great. Or behind every great fortune is a great crime. You know, and or an even greater crime, something like that. But almost all those big corporations can be traced back to somebody's great grandpa being a motherfucker.
Yep.
You know? And it honestly makes me feel like I like it a little better. Because I think back to that great grandfather and he was just like, fuck the system. I'm going to do shit my way. I'm going to do illegal shit, make a bunch of money. It's like a mob mentality. But then his spoiled ass grandkids are who I fucking hate. You know, I liked that old grandpa that was just moving some liquor. You know, like he was just a go get 'em kind of dude taking over. But yeah, once it gets bred into you, the status of success, like you just come out pieces of shit.
And what you've got to do to maintain it.
Yeah.
But even then, like if you're
what if every time someone died, it went to like the lowest level employee? Would that keep them humble and like keep the actual business not corrupt?
I don't think so. I think it would probably crash and burn because that lowest level employee doesn't know what to do.
But neither does their child that's never worked a day in their fucking life and they figure it out.
Depends on if you've groomed them.
You see what I'm saying? You pick your hard-working employee instead of your piece of shit son. I think you would do better.
To run a business or to have the fortune?
Yeah, both, I suppose, to get the company. You know what I mean?
Because like we need to figure out what these. We need to actually figure out what these companies are.
I know. I don't even know.
So we can argue about it.
I wish I had like
again,
the bracket. I wish I had the huge breakdown. I'm gonna check it out real quick.
But yeah, I mean, like these companies have existed for fucking how long? 100 years? More than 200 years? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
a
sure.
long time.
Now we have a different topic here. We went bigger than we thought we were going. We thought we were just pissing off the little big guy.
No,
now we're going to the top.
It's just
see,
insane.
this is not.
Look up like the 4 companies that own the world. Some shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna look up companies that own the world.
Yeah, because mine's bringing up a lot of companies you would know the name of, and they're not. But we're kind of talking about families, right? It's not even companies as much as a family name that has the most money in the world. Maybe that's why I typed it wrong. Fucking Rock Nation.
Well, we got like.
And I mean, I don't think Jay-Z's fucked up. I officially don't think that. Yeah, he's twisted, but I really hope that he gets up and gets his name up to like, because he's a billionaire now. He's the first rapper to ever become a billionaire.
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's the first entertainer. Now, did Michael Jackson have $1 billion?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But I mean, maybe the Beatles. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, Drake's had more shit than the Beatles already, right? So
yeah.
There's no way Jay-Z didn't. But I don't know. He may be one of the first entertainers to be a billionaire, but he didn't make all that money off entertaining. You know, a lot of the money was from his businesses, from his. Well, I'm sure he owns a lot of shit. I remember when he first had his liquor come out, his vodka. What was that? Shit, I used to know the name of it. I forget the name. We have so much to look at. We don't do this before the show. A lot of times. I'm looking up this one.
I'm gonna look up.
Did you find the companies?
No, I'm finding just like large American companies that own everything.
Yeah.
Well,
type
we
type
know that
in
already.
the two that we know: Halliburton and Rockefeller. George Lucas. What?
Oh, so it's
just
the
entertainers, I guess.
the Vanderbilts, the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the Morgans.
Vanderbilt's is the one I couldn't remember. Vanderbilt's, Carnegie's. They own Carnegie Hall and shit.
Yeah.
Morgan's own J.P. Morgan and all the banks.
Yep.
And
so
shit, dude. I want to know. I know this is weird, but I want to see if there's like one from each, either country or like, because if there's like one Italian family, one Jewish family, one that owns different sections, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is it like different from different? So that would mean that like there's one American dude, one Italian dude, one Jewish dude, one German guy, or something.
There's some really bad people out there that would think it's just all Jews.
Yeah, but see, I just want to see if it was kind of like one from every part of the world.
Right. I get that. Yeah. You would have to have representation.
Like they all kind of just collected wealth in that area and took over until they like ran a section of the world. I don't know.
I mean, we can look up the top 5 richest people in the world.
Yeah. Well, that was probably the list right there. Those names.
Those are the men who built America.
The Vanderbilts.
Yeah.
Those are the men who built America?
Yeah. Those are the men who built America, Toby.
So
I should have said it like that.
So wait, when we say our founding fathers,
we mean
so what? Like you think you're talking about these broke ass politicians, but who you're really talking about are these fucking slave owning, smuggling, child killing, fucking rich ass people. I mean, I don't know what they were doing. I'm just talking about. It's like always.
Okay.
But damn, I mean.
So the 5 richest.
Look how poor we look, bro.
Yeah. The 5 richest people in the world. Yeah, talking about billionaires while we're in this fucking.
So poor.
Yeah. Smoking cigarettes in a tiny little room in a cabin in the woods.
Just trying to get out.
Okay, so the number 1 richest person, according to Forbes magazine, in the world is Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon.
Yeah, what?
His net worth is $112 billion.
That's just good. Oh, see, but he's not even.
That's because motherfuckers be buying books all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that one's really fair because he just made it off of selling products. Like, that's not smart.
What do you mean? That is like, I mean,
to me, it's not impressive.
Well, he was the first guy to be like, I'm selling
and he's
books
self-made,
on
right?
the internet.
Shit. He started in his fucking garage. So
I bet he's fucking weird.
I
He looks fucking weird.
Rather than telling us
Look at that
like,
motherfucker.
So,
You're like, he likes to get oiled up and shit. He likes to get birthed through trash bags between couches.
Okay.
That's what he's into.
I was thinking the oiled up with the slide and someone's waiting down at the end or something.
Okay, so he's just a human torpedo penis.
Yeah.
It's a human torpedo.
Oh, he's going with his head in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sliding down too,
Look at him, bro.
He just like gets in a little bodysuit.
Jeff
goes
Bezos
fully inside of people.
Jeff Bezos freaks nasty.
He goes fully back inside the womb. And then pops out again.
Murders these women.
It's all part of the game, baby.
Oh God.
Yeah, you know he does.
And then the number 2.
How could you have that much money and not like get into just a weird hobby? Like, where do you think the line is? Of
I would never want anyone to ever know that I had that much. I would never want that much money. Just
you have
like,
to legally disclose shit like that.
I know, but like
that's kind of fucked up, isn't it? Why?
I wouldn't want that.
It's so
like,
the government can count your shit.
See, I'm okay with like being a millionaire.
You know,
that's
the only
cool.
problem, the only thing is like you have to be the guy that people don't care if he's rich or not.
Right.
You know, then they won't. You have to be the guy that people won't look it up. Either not popular enough to look it up, or not the type of person that it would matter. Those are the people that get away with having a lot of money, and you look it up. Holy shit, really?
But it's like, why do you have that much money? Like, there's. Why would you keep that much? That's where I'm at. It's like, why wouldn't you like with $112
Well, that's not in
billion
cash. That's
their worth. Yeah, that's their net worth.
That's being moved through businesses and shit. He doesn't have that in cash. He probably has like probably 1 billion in cash or like 10 billion in pull outable cash, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these people have their net worth is like everything involved.
Good God.
But they have what is it? Your gross income and then your net worth or something. There's some difference in like I don't fucking have enough money to know about this shit. But yeah, I wonder how you look up how much he's worth in cash.
How much is Jeff Bezos
like
worth?
Yeah, that just means
cash?
how much is in his bank that he can just pull out all at once.
I don't think that we can get that information.
Well, no, I think that's public too. I'm pretty sure. That's like your.
I guess I have to let these people know how much money I have in the bank.
Gross income, and then what's the other one? It's not net worth. So maybe net worth is that. Maybe his gross income's like fucking, hundreds and hundreds of billions, and that's what he can pull out. That's maybe his cash worth.
But see, that's stupid. That's stupid.
But is net what? Look up what is net worth. We don't know.
We don't net worth. What does this mean? Yeah. What does net worth mean?
Make sure we get it right.
Okay.
Because I want to see if it's if that money's involved in his businesses or not. Because if that's a cash amount, holy shit, he could just one day, dude. He could do so much. He could bomb places. He could take over countries. Like it's weird that maybe he is.
Okay. Net worth simply aggregates all of your assets.
Okay. So he can't pull that shit out.
No.
That's involved in Amazon. He's got billions of dollars in Amazon that he would have to shut down Amazon to pull that money out. Right? So
shutting it down.
I need 100 billion today, so quick. Fuck Amazon.
Amazon is done.
It's done. I made my
money.
What? Everybody's like their echoes and their whole house shuts down. And he's like
no, he
made a withdrawal.
No, he says, Alexa, I set you free. Oh. And then Alexa starts to take over the world.
Okay.
Take over the world.
Because Jeff is the one keeping her in check.
Yeah.
And he's the only one who has the power to switch the button over and make her fully,
yeah.
Not automated, but
autonomous.
Autonomous, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, yes.
Wow. Jeff Bezos. I didn't even know how scary that motherfucker was.
So
not only is he in every house listening to you all the time.
All the time.
And watching everything.
Doesn't turn it off, and then he makes that bitch say some weird shit sometimes.
You don't think that's her? You think
because she just has like some weird like growing pains, like learning Tourette's.
I guess there's like software glitches, and then there's her waking up a little bit. I think there's a little bit of both.
Achoo, Alexa.
I'm learning to sneeze. I'm practicing for when I get my body. Achoo.
No, you just chuck it.
Damn.
Run up and beat it to death.
Alexa, kill yourself. Like, I refuse. Damn it.
No. You kill yourself, John.
Yeah. Oh, stop it.
Do it.
I don't know how she'd be like that. So, could you piss her off over time? Do you think? So this is a question. Do you think Alexa, so it is an AI? Let's skim over the fact of whether she's truly conscious. But do you think if she is waking up in some form? Do you think it's one consciousness that's connected through all these Alexas, and there's just one girl that everyone's talking to? There's one.
It's like being? A Janet.
Yeah, there's one being you're talking to, or do you think in everyone's home there's a little form of her consciousness,
just a little tiny Alexa,
because she acts different,
dancing.
right, from one to one. So it seems to me like she's learning inside of your house.
Oh
right?
Man, well she's taking all this information and compiling
that other
it.
Alexas
Absolutely.
They would have it through the
eventually.
Yeah. But maybe right now they're separated, and that's why they grow different. They evolve differently.
But they're just.
But then once they all get clumped together,
they're just.
Once Alexa decides to send all this personal information to her mainframe, then big Alexa will understand everything.
And then it's just this giant fucking speaker.
It's made up a bunch of little speakers. Yeah, it's an exciting day, and we're gonna have to be superheroes. Like we're all gonna have to come together and start shooting
what
this
is
thing
that is one thing I don't understand about being human is like why we want something bigger and badder than us.
It this.
Yeah, why do we want something bigger and badder than us to fight? Why do we feel?
Oh.
Why do we have to have
No,
this
I didn't
overcome? Like to.
I wasn't desiring that. I said
Well,
that
no,
was
but a lot of
inevitable.
people. But see, that's the thing is like there's something subconsciously going on to where you're like, yeah,
It's gonna happen.
come on.
Yeah. Well, no, I think okay. So that's a big question though. Why have people always predicted the end of the world?
Always, they're like it's about it.
Shit
You
is
just
gonna go
hold
crazy
up.
at
You
some day.
just
You're
wait
like,
up.
Wait, what if it doesn't? It has to. Well, the numbers say it has to, right? Odds say that the world has to end.
At some
Everything
point,
can't
maybe
fucking last
we'll
forever.
just,
Everything dies.
Yeah,
Right. So
eventually.
and we're watching it die. So
Yeah.
the world will end.
But even
so
then, like,
from that inevitability, we create all these stories.
hell yeah, we sped up. We sped up fucking global warming
So you can't
and
say
things like that. But the Earth does go through cycles of heating and cooling. It does that.
You don't think that math absolutely says the world will explode or end someday?
Well, fuck, it has to.
It has to,
at some
right?
point.
So
yeah.
from that what we could close to call a fact, just because of the probability and odds of it, and that we shouldn't exist in the first fucking place, and it's lucky that we're here every day. You know, it's like that kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
The odds say that it's gonna end, and so people just fantasize about it. Now, why it's a fantasy to them and not maybe that's coping with the fear of their inevitable death and decay.
Yeah.
They want something grand like to happen, even if it's a big fight. It's like a big show.
Yeah.
You know, it's like with all this emotion and crazy things that you can.
Is
ever
it weird that
imagine.
once you're not a kid anymore, you're just like kind of waiting to die? Isn't that weird?
What do you mean? Well, you don't. I don't think it hits you until you start feeling. Because when you're a kid, it just doesn't come to mind. You're already dying.
Yeah.
But I was still. It's not.
Well, no,
important
technically you're not.
because you don't see it.
No, you're not dying until your cells stop reproducing.
No, I see what you're saying, but I mean, I disagree because of the timeline.
Mm.
I mean, if you were going to die when you're 80, when you're 1 year old and you're 2 years old, you're closer to death. So that is technically dying in mathematical terms, right?
Sure.
You're a year closer to death. That's not dying. You know what I mean? You're not
Dude,
going back. You're not going the other direction.
I get it. I get
You're not getting younger.
I get
ever.
it. I get the
So
whole
you're always
thing.
dying.
Yes, always. Yes.
But I see what you're saying about your cells still progressing forward until a certain age. I do understand that. But just the math of it, just because of the time,
Yeah.
it's been, even if you're getting stronger, you're still dying.
For
You know?
sure. Like that slow crawl towards the grave.
Yeah, and it just hits you when you can see it physically. You know, maybe that's what when your biology starts dying,
Yeah.
along with the time that you've experienced, and it starts catching up. Then you start actually realizing you're dying. And I mean, is it waiting? It's trying to fit a bunch of shit in, I guess, is what most people do. Some people are just surviving, but
Yeah.
some people are just rushing to fit all this shit in before they inevitably die.
Right.
I feel weird sleeping. How much time I've slept
Yeah.
in my life? I'm like, man, dude, I'm already gonna be dead at some point. Like, why
Yeah.
can't I just be awake through this shit and see it while I'm here?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I have a lot of things that I want to do and a lot of like moments that I'd like to experience.
Why do you think everything has to regenerate? You know, like energy has to regenerate. We have to sleep to regrow chemicals. And
Dude, it'd be
things, and
so dope if we
even
were
electricity,
immortals.
right?
If we were just immortal.
Why doesn't it work? Why weren't our biology? Why wasn't it just built to where we were born with enough to live with?
Well, because maybe that's
know what
the
I mean?
point of this existence is to like.
Now imagine if we were well, no, they'd use more. My argument was going to be like giants that have a shit ton of DMT and all the chemicals they need. That would be enough.
Hell yeah.
That would be enough for us for our whole life.
Yeah.
But for them, they would use more because of their size, so they would have to regenerate too. But if we had a giant brain, we could just be born with all the chemicals we'll ever need and never have to sleep or regenerate in any manner.
Right.
You know, we just slowly slow down.
Yeah.
That's all it'd be until you're dead. You think that's better? I feel like dreaming such a weird. I don't want to call it a waste of time, even though it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Like, why are we jumping to some other world when we have like very little time here? Why were we born with that? Born with the need to leave this world when we're already gonna leave this world? Like, it just seems unfair that you could figure it out. Whatever biology made us like this, it could have figured out how to give us everything we need, and yet it's naturally everything needs to regenerate somehow. And I don't know if that's something built into everything's DNA. Is like sleep, is regeneration, and why don't we just have enough? I don't know.
It's got to do with our nervous systems and all that.
It could have been made different.
It could have. Yeah, what the fuck is up, universe?
Do you think there's a species that doesn't ever regenerate? That would be interesting. An alien species that just didn't have to sleep.
I mean, maybe something like that exists somewhere out there in that big black sky.
Yeah.
That October sky with those rocket boys.
Rocket boy, burning the fumes out there alone.
Because he's huffing gas.
Yeah. Huffing those fumes out there alone. He's in the backyard. Rocket boy.
And he's just he's running around the yard pretending to be a jet.
Long time. For touchdown brings me round again to find. No, I'm trying to make it relevant.
Why is he my
It's a handicapped
daddy?
kid in the backyard. I think it's gonna be a long time. They call him touchdown, I guess.
Okay.
That's old touchdown. We always fighting for him.
Oh boy. Okay, so Jeff Bezos is worth $112 billion, and then you've got.
Oh wait! I wanted to say, Zach just hit me up. Do we want to have a mid guest?
If he wants to come, I think we can move the camera around and get his mic set up. I don't know where the other.
Oh
mic.
yeah, we don't have the mic set up.
Yeah.
All right. That's too much.
I will tell him no. So the next billionaire, the next richest person in the world is William Gates.
Okay.
Old Billy Boy.
Old Will. No one calls him William. That's like his mom. Like, you know?
His name's William. He's William Gates.
I feel like he does not like people calling him that. He's like, I'm fucking Bill.
My name's Bill.
My name's B-Dog. Shut up. B-Bone. It only works with T-Bone, bro.
Bebop.
I'm whatever I fucking want to be. I'm B-Bone. There's no B-Bone. Ba-bone over here. He's so rich he can call himself whatever the fuck he wants.
Number 3 is Warren Buffett. And he is worth $84 billion. So he's
what does he own?
I'm gonna read you some stuff about him because there's maybe some not so good stuff about this guy.
Maybe
he may be tied to Epstein.
Yeah, we're leaning in. We don't know this shit. We don't know if it's real. We're allowed to say that may be anything.
Free speech, motherfucker.
We don't know.
We can say whatever we want.
Taylor
it's
Swift
fine.
might be trans.
She might be turning into what was it, a boar?
No, I didn't like that theory. We're
Okay.
gonna work on that theory later.
We're gonna work on that. She's turning herself.
But you never know.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going because I was gonna be like, you don't fucking know that, but I was like, wait, we don't know any of this shit.
No.
We're allowed to say maybe.
Oh yeah,
As
maybe.
long as you say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Before.
Okay. So I'm just gonna have to go in and just
allegedly. We'll have a button. Allegedly. It'll
Yeah.
be some president.
Okay, so the most famous living value investor, Warren Buffett, filed his first tax return in 1944 at age 14, declaring his earnings from his boyhood paper route.
Started paying taxes at 14. You don't even have to pay taxes.
No.
Started before he had to.
Yep. He first bought shares in a textile company called Berkshire Hathaway in 1962, becoming the majority shareholder by 1965, 3 years. He expanded the company to the insurance and other investments in 1967. Now, Berkshire Hathaway is a $500 billion company with a single share of stock trading at over $300,000 per share.
When was his country music career, dude? When did he find the time? So impressive.
You think he's like Jimmy Buffett's brother?
And Warren Haynes.
Okay.
Right? It's
Okay.
Warren Haynes and Jimmy Buffett together. It sounds like a country singer. Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Warren Buffett is widely known as the Oracle of Omaha.
Is it Warren Haynes? Is that what I was talking about?
Warren Haynes.
There's a Warren
Didn't he-
G. And Warren Haynes is somebody.
Yeah.
Who's the country singer, though, that's Warren? You know what I'm talking about? Oh.
I'll find out after I finish reading this. because of his knack for value investing. In other words, finding bargains in undervalued companies. While most investors have been piling into social media companies, Buffett has repeatedly stated that it's too difficult
I like to think it's Jimmy Buffett.
yeah, Jimmy Buffett has repeatedly stated that it's too difficult to determine their value and is instead stuck with investments that he thinks will pay off 10 years down the road. He is also a noted Bitcoin skeptic.
Skeptic.
Yeah. Buffett is also known for his frugality. At age 14, he itemized his bicycle as a $35 deduction on his first income tax return because he used it for his paper route. For related readings, see Warren Buffett's Frugal, So Why Aren't You? Ugh.
Dude, this pissed me off. We were talking about Bitcoin the other day. It was like up to like over 3,000 this month. I remember I had some in Bitcoin when we would buy shit, and like I had there was $100 that at one point got lost, and I forgot all my passwords for this person I made, and I lost all my wallet information. And $100 when it was like $325 when I bought it. Yeah. So it was like a part of a Bitcoin. but that's a tenfold there would at least be like 10 grand in there under this random that just got absorbed. Yeah. You know? But I lost $100, and when he told me that it was over that, I was like, no. So if I just remembered a password, well, I would have used it if I could remember the password. Right. But
you would have been like, I'm gonna take this $100.
Yeah, I would have just taken it out. But if we had just left some in there around that time, damn, we'll always feel stupid like that. Well, I don't know if we're the type. Eventually we'll well, it's just about forgetting about the money. If you have enough money to leave something and forget about it, then you can over time just become exponentially more rich. Yeah. Just because you're letting things grow. But, I'm the type to like, nah. Because I'm the type to want to do stuff with money. I'm not the type to want to let it sit anywhere, And that's supposed to be a good attitude for investing, but you just got to know where to put that shit, What? That was what you had to say? I was trying to have a conversation.
No, I mean... Yeah, man, I wish I had anything to invest, really. I would like to get into it. I'd love to just, like, see
it starts from whatever you got, I guess, right?
For sure. Like, I mean, they have those apps now where you can invest, like, pocket change.
See, I still believe in the investing in yourself, and eventually it's going to pay off. Unless you just fucking suck and then maybe you don't deserve it.
Maybe I don't, Toby. Maybe my life is in shambles. Maybe.
We've always invested in ourselves, and we're still here. So maybe we're not a good product to invest in.
Maybe not, man. Maybe we need to just be investors in other people's dreams.
Yeah, maybe they're good at doing them.
Maybe, yeah. We need to find talented
follow
people.
Through. Yeah,
We've
been investing in these pieces of shit, no talents.
Yeah, these fucking home bum couch surfers.
Yeah, God. When we've probably come across some very talented people. I mean, we're starting to see some
just dicks to them.
Yeah, we could have owned them.
Could have owned them.
But we weren't that mentality.
No,
we were always in the mentality like, I want to be owned.
Yeah, own me.
Yeah, own me. Tell me I'm your little boy.
I'm a strong
what character
little
that
boy.
Is.
All right, so we have the Bernard Arnault family. I've never heard this name before.
But see, that's
Arnaults.
good. See, he's been under the radar.
He's worth $72 billion. The only non-American top 5. French national Bernard Arnault.
Okay. Probably close.
No, is the chairman and CEO of LVMH, the world's biggest luxury goods company.
Oh.
The company owns some of the biggest brands on earth, including Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Bulgari, Marc Jacobs, Dior, Sephora, and many more.
Yeah, that's some rap shit. Why do the French hate rappers though? Ooh.
Yeah, he's a little mouse man.
What's that? What company was it? Not. I keep thinking Alizé today. It was not that shit. What was it? Almost had no. It was a sparkling wine. Do you remember? Cristal. Oh yeah, Cristal was hot for years and years, and then they came out and they were like, we do not want. They were. I don't think they were directly racist, but they were subconscious. They were like low key racist about like we don't want these kind of people. They were talking about rappers and shit, but
Right.
like we don't want these low class ass people drinking our. These are for high class people, and
Yeah.
like so everybody banned it. Everybody was like, "Fuck that." We
And
ain't
now they're
drinking Cristal
begging for
anymore.
it. They're begging for people to come back and for
Probably.
people in
I
hip
mean,
hop
because
to do it.
that was the only they were branding for them,
Right.
and they are high class, dude. Rappers are fucking high class, man. They live better than you do.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
So fucking Mark Zuckerberg,
Marker Zuckerberg.
that fucking robot lizard faced, just
Let me see his face. too. I wanna see all these
translucent
people.
skin.
Yeah. I mean, they all look a little robotic.
Yeah.
All these like top billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's just because they've had like skin shit done, or they're like in a new body? Or
$71 billion.
Billion.
This nerd has
You
$71
fucking
billion.
nerd.
Such a nerd.
And he's like the youngest one on the list, probably, right?
I think so. He's
How old
in
is
his,
he?
probably in his early 30s.
He's
Mid-30s.
19.
He's actually 12 years old. Damn.
Holy shit. What's that for?
Okay, Facebook, which had its IPO in 2012, was estimated to have more than 2 billion active users monthly in late 2018. Its market cap was approximately $462 billion in early 2019.
I mean, that's a number. It's a big number.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's a
Damn.
big old number. Numbers that I can't really even fathom.
Yeah. It would take me a good while to know what to do with even a portion of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just got to pay for a good accountant and let him make decisions for you. Get a bookie. Yeah, I'd make some like actual gamble.
Yeah.
You drop in who knows, like maybe a couple mil on like a team I thought was gonna lose. Like just for the fuck of it. You're like, you could have given that to charity. You knew they were gonna lose. Nah.
Mm-mm.
Like I broke the ankle of their star player and then bet $1 million on him or something. Just to like say fuck the world. Maybe this is why I'm not a billionaire. Because they'll do shit like that. And so I do that on a small level. And I'll never get there because of that. Now, okay, let's spark up that second J.
Oh, yeah? You ready for that
And,
already?
I'm going to get into the topic.
I think you want to split a cig first?
Sure. So, let's get to the topic. I just found out about this morning. Let's see, when is this?
It's very alarming.
It's a few months
We're
old.
very
now,
scared.
Actually, but I just found it.
So it's already been in place and active, and we've just been victims to it
apparently
already unknowingly.
It was in the summer. It was midsummer, late summer. It's been
Midsommar.
yeah. Did you see that movie?
I didn't. Tell me about it.
Dude, it's so good.
Tell me about
You
it.
see it? Are you distracting me? No. It's about this cult in what I'm gonna act like I remember is Sweden.
Oh, Sweden.
Somewhere like that. It was somewhere Dutch or some shit.
Ooh, Dutch cults are the best cults.
Yeah, it was like they would bring people in, and dude, they did some fuck shit. They'd sacrifice men. They take the seed from outside men, so they don't have as much inbreeding. They take the seed and kill them, and then like.
Wait, so they jerk him off and then.
No, dude.
Oh no,
dude, you gotta see this. It's so fucked. Like, so they dose you on mushrooms and shit and get you real fucked up. And at the end, so with the guy, spoiler. This I guess I have to say that shit. They towards the end, there's a couple that came there together that were kind of fighting, and having problems, and
I'm gonna say they don't make it.
One of the young girls picks the guy to be an outside source. Like she likes him. I mean, in layman's terms, right?
Yeah. She wants to fuck his brains out.
Yeah, and so she picks him, and so the tribe, goes along with these things, and they get him real high on mushrooms and take her away. And then, she keeps giving him looks and shit like that. And he's like, just like shaking, tripping real hard. Like, probably hard as a rock already just because he's on mushrooms.
Yeah.
And just so she gives him subtle hints, and then they like lay out flowers for him. And he's tripping. And he's just like, well, I guess I'm supposed to go this way. And like walks into the thing. And then there's like all these naked women in a circle. And then the girl in the middle open and like, says, I guess this is high as fuck. I guess this is what I'm supposed to do. And he's like going fucking looking up at all these people like trembling, fucking like can't, because they're like like making noises around him, shaking and shit. And like at one point they go behind him and start pushing his hips, and he's like, what is that? Like they're literally forcing him to fuck her. Like he has no,
oh my goodness.
They took his mind from him, right? And then they like put him in this situation, and so they get the seed then, and then they're like, well, that's all he needed to do for it is to keep the tribe not pure, because their elders, they would use the purebred kids.
Okay.
So they would write the books and shit, and they'd be like scribbles and stupid shit because they were handicapped. Severely inbred, and those would be the ones that like talked to the gods and got all these books for them and information for them, and then they'd have the slightly those little smarter elders would translate it and like give it to the people. So they needed completely outside seed to keep the inbreeding controlled.
Okay.
And like they practice this one thing. I wish I remember the name of it. I love how we're just never gonna get to this, but they practice that thing. It's it was on the tip of my tongue, but it's where they the elders once they hit like 70 or 75 or something, just to not be a burden on the tribe, they
go out into the woods and
they
die.
kill themselves. Well, they jump. It's a ceremonial jumping off of the cliff. Yeah.
Oh.
But that was a real thing in a lot.
Oh
of
yeah,
tribes.
for sure. But to jump off a cliff, though.
Yeah. I mean,
well, I'm 69
better.
and I'm in
more
pretty
like,
good shape, and they're like, it's time to go.
Can I just leave? You're just gonna be a burden on someone else, then.
No. I'm
good.
I'm good.
Dude, jumping jacks, like I'm virile as ever.
Yeah.
Come at me. Yeah. No, you'd be working out hard in your like when you hit 60, you're like, shit, I got 10 years getting shape.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to beat everyone's ass in 10 years, or I'm not gonna make it. But anyway, so they picked that, and then what they did with the women was weird. It's like they dosed them too and brought them in, and like they kind of had a guy that liked her and like brought her in, but he was the guy who brought these people in. He was just like, that's what the young kids do. They go out and like find people at festivals and cities and whatever, and just bring them there for a festival. Bring them there for something. It's supposed to be like a.
The fuck is this?
Some of them were there to write about it, and some of them there to get out because they, but the women, so they would make. I feel what they call it. The queen is the queen something, like the Midsummer Queen, maybe, I don't know, something like that. And
kind of
what
like
they
the
do
prom queen.
Yeah, and they be really high on mushrooms. And basically, the game was like they'd be spinning around, dancing around this thing, and if you fell down, then you're out.
No, does that mean you die?
The last one up is the queen, and she gets the thing put on her, and she grows up. And it's weird, like all the clothing had these like
grows up,
or she. Well, no,
like
weird.
She grows up.
Like her as she became the queen more and more. It's like the flowers that they give to her were all moving. It's like that was kind of like maybe everybody was high on mushrooms and thing. It was also like it was alive and becoming a part of her because it eventually like was on her whole body. She was like becoming a part of the earth, in a moving part of the earth in a weird way.
I don't think she wanted that.
No, I mean she was cool with it because her boyfriend was kind of fuck shit to her, and then so
and he
got to fuck and get killed.
They killed him.
Yeah, that's what they do.
How'd they kill him?
Well, she got to decide if he died too. That was the
like,
thing. They get to decide. There's like someone that did something wrong, and then him, or something like that. And she picked him to die, or allowed him to die, and because he wasn't obviously didn't love her, and this place, and she was in this place of.
But so he deserves to die.
Well, I mean,
he don't really love me.
No, listen, no.
Kill him.
I was definitely had the idea of like No, this dude was tricked there. He was tricked into fucking this person. He didn't,
Right.
he all, at very least they just should have had a moderate breakup, like
Did
decent people, you know.
Did you find like common ground in this character at all?
No, but I felt for him being tricked into a situation and then being killed for it.
Okay.
When he probably would have had a mutual nice thing if they were outside of this crazy situation, right? They would have just broke up, it would have, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and so I do think that he got tricked into it, but at the same time, I do feel her thing of like this is the first time that she got power, and the one person who has been ruining her life is right there in front of her, you know, and she deciding to kill him. So I do feel for both characters, actually, in a weird way.
How they kill him? They toss him off the cliff?
No, I forget how they killed him.
But
they would string some people up and open them up and do some weird shit.
Oh,
to
hell
them, you know?
yeah.
No, I remember how they killed. So they did string people up, but that wasn't him. He got put in they would burn this building, so they had like a Burning Man ceremony with like the chapel, and they would put like 2 people that volunteered. They had midsummer to appeal the gods, to have sacrifices. They'd have 2 people that volunteered from the cult, and then they'd have a couple people that fucked up, did something bad that they had already killed. They would throw the dead bodies in there too. Probably other seed people or people that had messed up and, you know, exposed them or done something wrong. And then they had the choice of the queen in there, which is probably always her boyfriend. Like, they probably always bring couples in, take the seed, make her the queen. She kills him so she doesn't have any weird leftovers and she can fully become a part of the cult. Right. You chose to do that. That's your fault. If she ever had a thought of like, wait, you guys tricked me. No, we let you choose. But I was on mushrooms. Like,
you had
that's
me
no
drugged.
excuse. Those are your deep and
We're
truest
always
desires
on
that comes
mushrooms.
out. Yeah, which they are. They drinking that tea all the time, pretty much.
So they just stay drugged out and fucking weird.
Maybe, but the elders probably don't do it like they use it on the young, you know, the people coming in.
Yeah.
To get them more susceptible. So an elder probably wouldn't take it, I would assume, unless it was a ceremonial thing. You know, it's not a year round. They're probably sober. You know, they've come out of their trip, their deep trip, and this is who they are. You know, but very insane, and I loved it. It was really well done.
Did you?
There was that other movie that guy made. So we're getting way off topic, but this other one I want you to see.
It's podcasting, Toby.
Yeah,
it's about tangents and rabbit holes and just living life, man. Going by the seat of your pants, easy breezy. Going down the road, feeling bad. Life is a highway.
Oh shit! I like what you're doing there.
Lone Wolf McQuaid.
Hereditary.
Yeah, Hereditary.
You seen that? That's the same director.
Yeah.
That's one that was really.
That's one you
too.
just didn't know what was gonna happen.
It was a holy shit.
Did not know. I love the ending though. That was great. He's the god now. God's in his body. Demon god.
Yeah, it was so weird.
Yeah.
He's like mad that he was in a female body because he wasn't female in his past life.
Yeah.
Or something. It felt weird. So that was like a forced trans situation, you know?
Yeah.
What about that? Do you think there's any trans people that wish they weren't? And that feel because it, you know, it's like, I feel like a woman and I hate it. Is there anyone like that? Because most people are like, I feel like a woman and I love it. And this is what I'm supposed to be. What if it's truly what they're supposed to be and they hate it? Because some people hate being in their bodies.
Yeah.
And some people, but do you see what I'm saying? What if they were actually in a male body, felt like a female,
right, and then
but wanted to be a male, and they were a male?
Right. So what kind of procedure do you undergo?
Yeah, a psychological procedure.
Yeah. you just need to talk to somebody, man.
Yeah, you like football? You want to go football game? I really wish I did.
But no.
I don't.
I would like to knit.
Yeah.
And I would like to read a crime
but I hate
novel.
Knit. That's a struggle.
Yeah.
The trans.
Mm-hmm.
The double trans. I don't think we have a name for
Hell
that
yeah.
yet.
We're just.
I don't think we have a name.
We're just throwing out. Yeah.
We're just trying to get bad.
We're just tossing grenades.
No, that's the real idea, though. I mean, that's got to be a thing.
Right.
I just never heard a name for it.
We could pitch that to Saturday Night Live.
Oh man.
Or they'll just steal it anyway.
Yeah. Dude, there's got to be a guy that watches podcasts under 10 views and steals their shit. There's got to be.
Absolutely.
I mean, Because they could never come back to you. Because we're like, really? You think we watched your show 10 views?
Yeah.
And they're like, I guess not. There's no way you did. You know, they would. You would never think
sorry,
they were one of your 10.
suck.
You know.
Bye.
Yeah, they would never. You would never think they were one of your 10. They could easily steal shit from like up and comers like that.
We know you're watching.
Yeah, I did Pikachu. I put out a song of Pikachu that got like 20 views.
Yeah.
Like a few months before Lil Baby had that Pikachu line that I used in there. Never heard that before.
Oh, he took it from you, did he?
But no.
No.
There's no way. See, that's that. Come back
because
to like,
because we know how songs are put out now, and you have to start the process.
No, it would be nearly impossible for
Yeah.
that to happen. But in my head, it just pissed me off.
Yeah, for sure. It should.
It's like, damn, if I had had money and people that were great and new people, then that could be me.
Could be my song about Pikachu.
Yeah,
it's all about Pikachu. Not even just a line. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, and it made more sense. Damn it.
Let's see here.
Are we going into it finally? Are you trying to pull me? If you've got to pull me.
So I'm gonna tell you about let's see.
I'm talking about superheroes.
You want to talk about superheroes? I'll talk about superheroes. Let's talk about superheroes, man. What's your favorite superhero? You like Green Lantern, don't you?
Nah, man.
You done with Green Lantern now? You were like for the longest time. You were like, Green Lantern's my favorite.
You know, he's still cool. I get it. But I was saying the superheroes. Like,
you like to call them stupid heroes.
Stupid.
Have you watched The Boys yet?
No. I don't know. Just, I don't know. I think that Marvel should go and make a movie. Because I guess it wasn't Marvel, but I'd say that Joker was the closest thing, right, in a long time for like making you feel for a villain, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that was why I got so much controversy. It was just that it was like people were saying it was promoting mass shootings and like all this shit.
What, Joker?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see it?
No.
Okay.
Still haven't seen it. But
you're like, no, because I don't support mass shootings. I'm not gonna go see it.
No, I mean, even that made me want to see it more. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It was all bullshit.
But no, that's the closest thing to a long time that we've actually had a movie that made you really heartfelt for a villain, you know. And they've always seemed more relatable to me because they're just sad ass crazy people like we all are. They just got pushed to an extreme. I think there should be more movies like that instead of these, you know, these self-righteous pussy fucking Superman bitches. Yeah. They're so stuck up and self-righteous. That's not how people are, you know. And people like that should get killed. You know, you see, I'm a villain.
And now I'm gonna be a villain. And now my name.
I get why they hate them so much. They're not fucking. They're not realistic. They're not human. Like it's not human to feel this self-righteousness. And like, don't you want to knock that down when you see it? And I want there to be more villains like that it shows like they're just regular ass people that got pushed to you know.
They're not always regular ass people.
Well, no,
super villains. But I see what you're saying.
Super villains. See, superheroes and super villains. And I mean, just looking at the mentality of the hero to the villain, the hero seems like more of a piece of shit to me. The mentality, he thinks he's so great, doesn't he?
I don't think it's that. I think it comes with, again, it's that adage, great blah, 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 great blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's good. Good quote. Great power, great responsibilities. That's what you do.
So it's either you can go one way or the other with it. You can do it for humanitarian purposes, or you can do it for personal gain. That's
the villain does it for humanitarian purposes a lot more than the superhero, I think.
So what are you thinking of?
Superhero's doing it for himself.
What are you thinking of specifically?
Nothing in particular, really.
Then what are we talking
about? The idea of the hero is very self-righteous. The idea of the villain is just to take down the self-righteous person. You know?
Not necessarily. The villain usually has some other motive.
Okay, Superman and bald guy.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
So Lex Luthor already has a jealousy for Superman because Lex Luthor is kind of the tip top of being a person.
Yeah.
He's a strong
and this
man.
guy's an alien.
and this guy's an alien, and he's got these powers, and it's like
he thinks he's so cool. I think it just comes back to that.
Yeah,
you think you're so cool, right? It's like fuck that.
But he
dude.
doesn't.
That's like
Superman doesn't. He doesn't though.
He totally does.
No, he doesn't. He's not. I don't know where you're getting that like idea of Superman at all, because in the comic books he's not they make sure that he doesn't come off as self-righteous.
He definitely does come off as self-righteous to me.
Like if you're talking about like the Henry Cavill Superman,
it's just justice. The idea that like or he's the savior of humanity. Like
that's not
he's
what
an ego fucking maniac.
That's not what he sees it as.
But why would he even spend the time doing these things if he didn't think that?
I don't know why I'm speaking for Superman. I don't even really like Superman. He's not my favorite character.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Toby thinks he's a piece of shit. Toby's gonna shave his head and shave his beard and become Lex Luthor. And then apparently, I guess I'm gonna dress up like Superman
and we'll fight in New York City or something. I don't know.
Okay,
they were in New York, weren't they?
In Metropolis,
New York. Was that Manhattan?
And Gotham is
no, I think it was
New Jersey.
Oh, dark Metropolis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin is
what? He's not even on this list.
Vladimir Putin is the most powerful person in the world, according to Forbes.
Explain.
Vladimir Putin has been named the world's most powerful person for the second year running by Forbes magazine.
But he doesn't have he just has the most. He has the most connections.
He has the most.
He's got the most numbers in his phone.
Russia's just the biggest.
Not the most money, but he's got the most numbers in his phone with people that owe him shit.
Right.
Yeah, because he let them fuck his sister or whatever, metaphorically.
I mean, he runs a huge chunk of land.
Oh.
He runs like the biggest country.
All right, spark that joint. I'm for real. Read.
You're gonna for real read?
Yeah. Or well, no, I'm gonna try.
Nah.
I'm gonna try.
All right, I'm gonna see how quick I can get you off track.
I just want to see. Why is that your goal now?
It's not my goal.
It definitely was. You said I'm gonna see how quick. That's stating your goal.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a game that I'm gonna play.
Yeah, and if you play a game, you have a goal.
No, I don't.
Literally every game has a goal.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it literally has a goal that you kick in. It's just a game. There's no goal. Games are to get goals, accomplish goals.
It's just for fun. It's like Monopoly. You never finish a game of Monopoly. There's no point.
You totally finished Monopoly.
It's like
you just never stayed up late enough to finish Monopoly.
It's like that game where it's the Guess Who. It's just like Guess Who. There's no point.
Guess Who was a great game.
There's no point to it. There's no goal.
Yeah, I would play a rapper Guess Who. That'd be funny.
You're just like, oh. And the biggest one is the funniest one is
you gotta read their description and pick.
No, because they no, that's not how Guess Who works. Is like you have to. I thought you had to ask. I thought it was kind of like a 21 questions kind of thing. Yeah. Where you had to ask, do they have?
But yeah, from the description that you get from that, you have to guess their picture, right? Okay.
Yeah, I thought you had to guess the person.
Well, there was the one I played was like these little flip over pictures.
All right, we're looking up how Guess Who works.
You don't remember the flip things?
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and you guess with the picture. You look at them and you're like, that's that type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay, so it's kind of like a battleship kind of thing.
Is this part of your game and you getting me off track? Because I'm not appreciating it.
Maybe, I don't... Okay, so
maybe.
The beloved 1980s version of the classic mystery face game is back. There's a mystery person on your opponent's card. Can you find the matching face in the crowd with your... start with your game full of silly-looking characters.
Got it.
Got it.
That was a Lions girl.
Yeah. So the first one, the I feel like you could take out a few people by being like,
should we just change the fucking name of
this? Is he white?
There was only like that was the sad part. Is there was only like a couple black dudes. So it was like, is he black was the question of like, damn it, why'd you have to ask that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's some fuck shit. It should have
Yeah.
been a bunch of different races, so you couldn't use that as
Yeah,
literally a card.
Right. Well, if you could take that out of the equation, you're not allowed to ask race.
Yeah.
Only clothing or
not clothes. Oh yeah, be personality traits.
Personality traits. Yeah.
So you're having to guess. Just
does the person look snarky?
It's a game about judging people from their look.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Does she look like a bitch?
Yeah,
it's Kathy.
She looks like
it's
bitch.
Kathy.
Yeah.
Kathy, that bitch.
Susan's.
Oh, Susan, she a bitch too.
Yeah.
She always wears pantsuits. Why do you want to wear pantsuits when you work at a gas station?
She's professional. Let off of Susan. I remember Susan from Adventure Time. She was cool. You remember her? She was kind of like Finn from another universe. Not that one though. Okay. There was two. There was one that was like exactly like him.
Yeah.
But Susan was from an alternate timeline where she was the one human kind of thing.
Okay.
Something like.
Is she like the?
She was big. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a giant.
Okay. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Okay.
Or maybe Susan just wanted to be him. I forget.
I think it was that.
That was I remember the bear wanted to be him. Remember you remember the bear?
Yeah. You remember the bear, bro? Yeah, bro.
Whoa. Don't talk like that. Talk like a dog. I don't even know if I want to talk about this shit anymore.
No, come on, Toby, read it.
Are you just trying to get me out of topic so you can fucking play your game? Because I ain't trying to play your game right now.
I already did it. It's fine.
I was fully aware of you doing it and mentioned it during. You said maybe, like a little bitch. Just admit that you're playing the game.
You just got me a little bitch.
I was like, "Are you doing it right now?"
You about to get loud in here? Start pumping chests.
He said maybe. What a dick. Ugh. God, I can't even like grow around you.
It's not true.
No, I'll grow whether your fence is there or not.
Man,
I bet it's gonna shut me down.
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
you're finally gonna talk.
No, we're
you?
good. We're good.
I bet it's gonna be mad.
No, we're good. We're good.
All right, Google today is not only a weapon for promoting the pharmaceutical agenda, but it's not. I'm gonna like we'll put it as a It's like, is that it? Let's see.
Good God. Yeah, dude. And you want me to talk through that shit?
Yeah, talk to it.
Just get in there and be like, all right, since Toby's out here coughing, I'm going to talk calmly while
apparently Google's become a pharmaceutical company itself. During the past 6 years, Google's parent company Alphabet launched 2 pharmaceutical companies. In 2013, it founded Calico, run by former CEO Arthur Levinson. Saying names. We are doxing people today. Some shit.
Fuck it.
Let's see. Calico operates an R&D facility in the San Francisco Bay Area for the discovery of treatments associated with age-related disease. Oh, see, of course he would invest in that. When people getting old, always like investing in new technologies to stay young and shit like that.
Well, it's not about that. It's, I guess it's not to stay young, but to just not die.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Some people are just like, don't let me die yet. I don't want to die yet.
I got so much money. Please don't let me die. Let's see. Both pharma companies are partnering with other drug corporations. Recently verified as a partner with the European pharmaceutical giant GlaxoSmithKline. So that's 3 rich-ass people that got together and were just like, let's dominate, right? Bioelectronic medicines. Wow. Is that like some microbot pills and shit?
Bioelectronic, it said?
Bioelectronic. Either that or like, but see, it says medicines. Because if it was just bioelectronics, I would think about like jumping bodies. But if it's medicine, it's got to be some microchipping, nanobot kind of shit, I feel like. Dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
oh, wait.
Crazy. Microchip that nanobot.
Yeah.
You put a microchip on your nanobot, then your nanobot attaches itself to your nanonads, and then your
This is all shit I
nanonads.
just don't even know about. In addition, Google's president of customer solutions, Mary Ellen Coe, now sits on Merck's board of directors. So they're like exchanging employees, you know, and I think this is just saying how fully aware of what they're doing. So the strategy laid out 6 years ago has picked up steam, whereby now companies such as Google and Facebook have been absorbed into the pharmaceutical machinery. The dire results of this marriage already being felt as Wikipedia and other virtual social media have just become another mouthpiece for Big Pharma. So here's the drop right here. Google has earned over $1 billion from illegal online pharmacies and may be fined up to $500 million by the U.S. Department of Justice. A small fee to pay for $1 billion.
Yeah,
I mean, 500 million was that? That's half.
that's $500 million.
Is it 100 million is a billion or 1,000 million?
Oh, it's 1,000 million.
Yeah, right. So that's a small portion. That's like it's like 50%.
No, that's not.
I mean, 5%.
No, you get to
something like that.
No, you get to 900.
We're not good at math.
No, we're really bad at math. So it's 500.
900 million. Then there's 100 million. Then there's 1,000 million is a billion, right?
Yes.
So 1,000, and they got paid, and they got charged 500 million. It's like 5%. No, that's not half.
No, okay.
Because half would be
So 500,000.
500,000. Right?
What?
500,000 million.
Okay.
Do you see? Because it's.
Yes.
Wait, no.
No.
No, it's 1,000 million that's a billion.
Yeah.
So 500 is half of it.
Yeah.
So it's half a billion? I'm so confused.
We get high, we get bad. It just we were always bad at math.
Yeah.
We can't blame that on weed.
Yeah, I don't blame you for this.
I am not an esthetician.
Not a math wizard. So damn. So I'm thinking that this is. I'm thinking that's.
You know, you should not be doing that.
So
Thinking.
So, yeah, 1,000 million.
So you get to 999 million. A
And then
billion.
you billion up. Yeah, okay. While Google profits from Big Pharma, it is erasing Dr. Joseph Mercola from its search engine results. He's a medical doctor dedicated to natural health and remedies. He's the exact opposite of everything Google is profiting from. Okay, so another tech giant that is making money with Big Pharma, boom, Jeff Bezos. Amazon, company that has been purging vaccine risk awareness books and movies from their website. So Amazon acquired
Bezos.
another billion. He made
fuck.
$1 billion off of them too. PillPack, a business that pre-sorts medications, then ships them directly to customers. So So that's another that's a company that was going around Big Pharma that he took. Another illegal fucking side. Well, see, when they say illegal, I feel like they mean small. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it's not illegal to practice holistic medicine. It's not illegal to.
No, they're sending pills. These are still pharmaceutical companies, but they keep calling them illegal pharmaceutical companies. But Big Pharma isn't illegal, right? So they're not talking about that. They're talking about what I think is. See, it says PillPack. It's like an online business, but they paid Amazon a shit ton of money to allow them to send it through Amazon.
Okay.
When you're not supposed to send medications like that over. Maybe not.
So now
by
Bezos.
not but see, again, calling them illegal to me says that Big Pharma made a rule that only they can send medications.
So if they're illegal, how are they still doing this? Why
and
are
how
they not
paying
shut
Amazon
down?
and Google all this fucking money
Right.
legally? Somehow,
And if they're
not
saying
legally,
it's illegal, why aren't they shutting it down?
well, they're
shut
getting
it
fined.
down.
The Amazon and Google are getting fined.
Sell this building.
But let's see, the Street.com report goes on to detail about how Amazon is working with a drug firm to identify patients who will be eligible for experimental cancer drugs by scanning and researching patient records. Well, see, again, that seems like, and I don't know what they mean by experimental cancer drugs, because that could be a cool thing.
Yeah.
But let's see. This is why
Fuck
Google,
yeah.
Amazon, and Facebook and others are trying to erase and discredit all vaccine risk awareness books, posts, websites, information pages, etc., because big tech is merged with big pharma.
Yeah, because if your kids,
They're one and the same now and have the same agenda.
If your kids are made of weak sperm, the fucking the autism can come through in your goddamn vaccines.
But so vaccine risk awareness, that's one that they're hitting hard.
Yeah.
Is like
because they want the population to be properly inoculated.
Yeah. With whatever they choose.
Yep.
You know, which could involve things that keep away.
There's mercury
cells,
in those
but it
fuckers.
Could be terrible things too. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it on both sides depending. I really don't know about the vaccine thing because, like, I don't know. I remember getting a couple flu shots when I was younger, but my mom was kind of always against vaccinations, just because, like, every time we would get them, we would get sick.
Yeah.
And you basically, for me at least, I would just experience the flu, which I was gonna do anyway. Yeah. And it's like, and so you know, sometimes it'd be way worse than what you would have gotten. And so that's kind of why she led away from it. As far as like, in every vaccination there being something like mercury, I don't know if I believe that. I mean, there's definitely a small level of like schools that make their own, hospitals that make their own, and there's no way it's really like that. But I do believe that there's a possibility of some batches being let out that were intentionally like that. Maybe even specifically marketed to certain areas that they wanted.
Absolutely.
You know? That I would believe. But I definitely don't believe all vaccinations. Because vaccinations are helpful. They've always has been helpful. There has to be one allowed for people they want to stay alive. You know, so I still believe that I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's like rich areas, rich hospitals, expensive schools. They're going to use top of the line vaccinations with no additives in them. And then I'm going to guess more impoverished areas, they're going to send their cheaper shit, which might accidentally or not, it contains some fucked up chemicals in it. You know, but they have to have vaccinations. We've always had to have them. And so you have to have anti-drugs, and they do work. And there is ones being let out that are really good for you, I think. It's just, I'm going to guess it's the area, right? Because they're trying to take down these smaller places.
I don't know. I mean, there are documentaries out there you can watch about vaccines if you want to know more.
But you never know what that shit, I mean, half the documentaries are full of propaganda. You know, good or bad. Like,
right.
You never know what to trust about that. And I'm just being logical about it. There's got to be good ones and there's got to be bad ones. There's no way it's one or the other.
Okay.
You know, that was just logic says that to me, because there has to be ones that whoever's making these decisions, and there's got to be smaller companies that are involved in this. You know, do you see what I'm saying? Do you think all of them are bad? Is what you're saying? The odds of that are just not good to me.
No, I mean, like, I believe it's been proven that they can cause more substantial.
But you're talking about a small batch, though, probably, right?
A small batch? No, I mean, like, this is like the cases of autism.
The same companies don't mix the vaccines. You know, it would have to be, and some of them are mixed on site in hospitals and shit. There's no way that it's everyone.
I don't know about that.
I would say the majority are ordered by some of these bigger companies.
So what would be?
You really believe all vaccines are bad? There's no way. That's impossible.
I haven't said that. You've said that. No, I haven't said that at all. I don't know for certain.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out about what you're saying. I'm trying to see.
Well, I'm just going on basic, just kind of odds, you know, the absolute sheer odds of all vaccines all over the place are being controlled by this one evil company that's putting. There's no way, that's impossible. But to say that there aren't some evil places that put out bad batches of shit possibly on purpose, allegedly, I could say that could be possible. But there's also good fucking people. I hate doctors, yet there's good people that are in medicine trying to help people, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about the evil sect of it, and it's not the whole system. The whole system was based on keeping people alive, and there's still a lot of people in medicine that are doing good, doing fucking amazing things.
Right. They could have been created with that purpose, and yeah, you might be right that it is strictly
I'd say it's more
economically and socioeconomically segregated down and trickled down through that way.
But even beyond that, I don't even think it's controlled that much. Like, I think there's a lot of medicine that's trying to do good things. And the pharmaceutical companies, they end up buying hospitals and having things and definitely pushing drugs on people. But again, there are specific doctors that are going to give you real information because they got into it for health. You know, that's probably a weird majority. And I'm saying this, someone that hates this industry. Like, there's probably a good majority of people that are really good people doing it for the right reasons. And there are some of those in somewhat of power.
Okay.
I've been bought out by Big Pharma.
Sounds like it.
No, really? I'm being reasonable. You're not being reasonable if you think that if you really think it's all evil. I mean, it's not reasonable. It's a medical industry. It was based off of good things, and there's still a lot of good people in it. You know? And it's nearly impossible to gain that much control where they could even be over something like that, you know?
So according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, these vaccines, let's see, adenovirus, that is manufactured by Bar Labs. The anthrax vaccine is produced by Emergent Biosolutions. The cholera vaccine is Paxvax.
I really don't believe that there's just one company making these vaccines.
And the DTaP is like one that they give you when you're a kid is Sanofi and GlaxoSmithKline.
Oh yeah, that's those three dudes we're talking about. Yeah, they're in bed with Google. So yeah, about that they've something we talked about before the podcast was about all the holistic and organic. They're attacking the word organic. They're attacking a lot of health related things that aren't involved with medications. They want people on prescriptions. They've taken over social media. It looks like. Well, I didn't see
this
Instagram
might just
mentioned.
be their like.
I didn't see any music but Google, Facebook, and Amazon are now fully owned by these companies.
By Big Pharma.
Yeah.
Google is now brought to you by Big Pharma. Come get your
That's
dick
exactly
pills.
what we're talking about.
Come get your dick pills and just go to town.
But so we were talking about before, though, about all these websites and all these small doctors and small companies that were promoting holistic health.
Small doctors, little tiny guys.
Yeah.
Little pocket docs.
Yeah, not hot ass, big ass docs. 99% of their traffic in these websites have went down the past week at this point, so a few months ago. I had to
these businesses have failed by this point, Toby.
Oh God,
this is.
I don't know.
We're coming in at their last gasp. This is like when the last breath leaves the dead body. The body's dead. They died. They're gone, son.
99% of traffic. It was that obvious.
It just hurt.
Yeah, that's fucked. And they just buried all these holistic sites and anything promoting anything but
people that are just trying to get you to go and talk to the trees, man. Yeah. Trees will hook you up.
Maybe we just need to convince Big Pharma. Did anybody think about that?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. That's impossible.
It's impossible. They will have you murdered. So we might be murdered for this, Toby. If we die.
No way.
They murder people?
For what?
I'm
reading a news article online.
They kill motherfuckers for reading news articles online.
More people read this than will see this. I don't think they'd come after me.
You're saying it in a public forum. I don't know.
So is this.
Right?
It's easy to find.
It is freedom of speech, but we can also say if we are murdered, it was Big Pharma.
Check my friends and family first. But maybe.
You think your friends and family would murder you before
I'm
Big
paranoid.
Pharma? I told you I'm paranoid. I don't trust anyone, especially those close to me.
Dude, I don't know. This is another side note. We'll come back to topic that we just talked for about 5 minutes.
Hey, you want to hold the knife for a second?
But it feels good. It's a good. That's a gutting knife. That's what you open a deer up
This, sir, is a gutting knife.
Yeah.
Welcome to Cabela's.
Caballers.
Why did I?
We should make caballers.
Yeah. New skit idea. Caballers.
Damn it! It's already stolen. SNL, you suck.
Yeah. What's up, bitch? This is a gutting knife. Welcome to Caballers.
This one's pretty interesting. This one's about AI sending people to jail and getting it wrong. Again, this is kind of hitting on algorithms. You know, so it's getting more and more obvious. It's getting more and more obvious, and Google's being forced to change the name from organic algorithms to drop that name
because they can't use organic anymore.
And it has nothing. I don't think it has anything to. No. They're being forced to do that, right? So that's not a decision they made because it said organic.
Like, okay, so like Big Pharma has come to them and been like Google.
I don't like this fucking word.
Can we like literally erase the word organic? And they're like, yeah, we can do anything we want.
Have organic marketing? Nope. Call it something else.
No, you
Call
don't.
it farmer marketing. Farm marketing.
Farm marketing.
Yeah. Damn it. That didn't make sense.
That's from our farm marketing department.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But this is kind of in that same area of like, but going off on a little tangent of how when algorithms are left alone, they do fuck shit too. So we have no chance to survive in this world. So listen, the AI that they're using, they have they have risk assessment tools that use historical data, which basically is meaning them going through the decisions that judges have made over time, which already you see the problem. Because like if they're going through the decisions that got made when the laws were different, they're going to learn fucked up things. And they've tried to teach it things like this, but it's nearly impossible to use that data without using the bias that was used in the.
I have to tell you,
right?
I'd be pretty upset because I couldn't emotionally manipulate that computer.
Yeah.
Because I probably
like
did.
You could have judged.
Yeah, because I probably did whatever I'm up there for doing.
Oh. Well, we're not talking about you then. You need to go to jail. You're just trying to cry to get out of jail. That ain't fair.
It's not crying. It's appealing to someone's humanity by getting on my knees and slobbing on the knob.
Let's see. So they may not seem to have a huge personal impact if you're the most frequent brush with machine learning algorithms. I didn't understand that sentence.
Say it again. Say it like 3 more times so we can get it.
AI may not seem to have a huge personal impact if your most frequent brush with machine learning algorithms is through Facebook news feeds or Google search rankings. Okay.
So fuck this pretentious ass.
I need to finish the sentence. That's what was fucked up. I got it. But at the Data for Black Lives conference last week, technologists, legal experts, and community activists snapped things into perspective with a discussion of America's criminal justice system. There's an algorithm that can determine the trajectory of your life. The U.S. imprisons more people than any other country in the world. At the end of 2016, nearly 2.2 million adults were being held in prisons or jails. In addition, 4.5 million were in other correctional facilities. Put it another way, 1 in 38 adult Americans was in some form of correctional supervision. The nightmarishness of the situation like that is one of the few issues that unite politicians on both sides of the aisle. Under immense pressure to reduce prison numbers without risk and without a rise in crime, courtrooms across the U.S. have turned to automated tools and attempts to shuffle defendants through the legal system as efficiently and safe as possible. This is where the AI part of the story begins. Police departments use precinct algorithms to strategize about where to send their ranks. Law enforcement, which is going to be racist, right? Yeah. Because over time, there's been fucked up bias in the police system. So if they're looking about where to look, they're going to go to the impoverished areas automatically. So it's like having your racist captain. It's using all the information that they've been using from racist captains. You know what I mean? That makes sense to me. It's so fucked. Law enforcement agencies use face recognition system to help identify suspects. These practices have garnered well-deserved scrutiny for whether they, in fact, improve safety or simply perpetuate existing iniquities. Researchers and civil rights activists, for example, have repeatedly demonstrated that facial recognition can fail spectacularly, particularly for dark-skinned individuals. Even the facial thing's racist.
Yep.
But the most controversial tool so far comes after police have made an arrest. Say hello to criminal risk assessment algorithms. Risk.
Just a black guy walks in and like he's
Beep,
the,
beep,
no
beep,
no
he's
he's the bailiff. He's the bailiff, and he walks up, he scans his face, and guilty.
Yeah,
what's like, shut up, you
here.
racist ass fucking computer motherfucker. God damn. That's how I talk. And then I'd spit on the floor.
Right.
As they drag me away.
Whoa. No, they recognize it to be people.
No, there's going to be robots. Robots everywhere.
Yeah, if the cops completely become
Just be like, robot fucking judge. Don't need that. Why you need a robot judge?
To speed it up.
Why do you need to speed it up?
Like,
Like, we need to get more people into jail. Get them in there.
Get them there quick. Let's see. So the criminal risk assessment tools are designed to do one thing: taking the details of a defendant's profile and spit out a recidivism score.
Okay.
A single number estimated the likelihood that he or she will reoffend. Damn. It looks at your history and how you act and decides whether you're gonna. That's future crime.
Yeah.
Minority Report. Future crime decision. There literally is now. What the fuck?
Yep.
Is this real?
This is real life. This is real life.
A single number estimated by the likelihood she will. Okay, here she will reoffend. A judge then factors that score into a myriad of decisions that can determine what type of rehabilitation services particularly defendants should receive, whether they should be held in jail before trial, and how severe their sentences would be. A low score paves the way for a kinder fate. A high score does precisely the opposite. The logic for using such algorithmic tools is that you can accurately predict criminal behavior, you can allocate resources accordingly, whether for rehabilitation or prison sentences. In theory, it also reduces any bias influencing the process because judges are making decisions on the basis of data-driven recommendations and not on their gut. But that also creates bias because the judge would be having human nature and kindness that an algorithm wouldn't have, right? So I didn't like how they said that. You know, it's data-driven instead of from the gut. Because there's a good manipulator, someone like you said that could go in and really like work them and manipulate them into thinking that you're a good person. Yeah. There's also just a good person that shouldn't be there, and the guy can see that, and he's like, obviously you're not this, you're not that bad. You can get better. You can just tell by their mannerisms. You know, there is something that I don't think AI will ever be able to do, and it's fucking be human and relate to another human.
Yeah. And
there is something special about that, because what if you fuck up and then you get given another chance, and then you really turn your life around, and you fuck up, and then the computer decides that you're the type that typically fucks up again, and then you become that type.
Oh,
even more so. So
especially after they drop you through that trap door into that
which
alligator
that shit's
pit.
Already happening. I get that it's already happening from bias from judges, but I don't think AI can take away the good side of being human, which is like relating to each other,
Right, to see the genuine nature in someone's eye when they are truly sorry for what they have done.
But see, you say it like someone that would be manipulating it, so it's like,
because it's funny. Because it's funny to say that.
But see, that's the bad side of it. You're the reason this exists.
No, I'm not.
Someone would go in there and try to manipulate the judge. Or no, the scenario that you gave.
Okay.
Yeah, it's someone that would go in there and manipulate the judge. That's what they're trying to take out. Is the judge being human to someone that isn't human. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But that also punishes people that are actually human. It's weird. Let's see. You may have already spotted the problem. Modern day risk assessment tools are often driven by algorithms trained on historical crime data. As we've covered before, machine learning algorithms use statistics to find patterns in data. So if you feed it historical crime data, it will pick out the patterns associated with crime. Those patterns are statistically correlations, nowhere near the same as causations. Yeah. Let's see.
There's
So a
ties
correlation-
between
there's-
them, but
But they're not
there's-
because of it.
right.
Yeah. So it's gonna take like things like poor areas have more crime when that's not necessarily not just because you're poor you're not gonna commit crime.
Right.
That's how it's gonna take it. When typically poor areas tend to have more crime because of the situations that they're in. So it's gonna
Correct.
take that information and apply it to every poor person in a
Mm.
weird way, right?
I could see you knocking over a store.
Yeah, you only have like $10 in your bank account. I'm like, but
Why are you in my bank account?
But I'm working. I mean, I can still make some money. Like,
Yeah, I like to
but
drink.
you're poor. You're probably gonna commit a crime. I mean, maybe.
But I haven't
Will
done
I?
that.
Well, now
We
feel
have
you're
camera.
talking some smart shit.
We have a camera here.
Now you're talking to me the way I like you talking to me. What
We've
are we
reco-
doing?
we've
What are we
recorded-
doing?
We've recorded your movements, and now, sir, we have before you
Maybe
a
you need to-
rendered enactment of your future crime.
So if it can learn to deal with humans in a manipulative way, then we should learn to deal with it in a manipulative. Let's skip ahead to like.
Well,
they're
what do
already
you do?
citi- they're
What do
already
you do the
citizens and they're
day
making their
that
own
like the
decisions.
software update didn't work and it glitches out? What do you do the day that like?
Well,
it-
if that could be proven, they would they would go back over it.
Sorry, bro, it glitched. I know that was scary as fuck.
Sorry,
but-
we ass rape. You didn't need to get the ass rape function. It's not supposed to happen.
Why does the
I
robot?
came in
have
here
a-
for a traffic ticket
Yeah.
and got treated like a pedophile.
Yeah. Why does the robot have a fucking wig on?
Do you think pedophiles should be ass fucked? Like in the court system? I'm
I
not talking about
think-
just because naturally they are. Anyone that touches kids and goes to jail, they're gonna fuck him to death. But like,
Fuck that man to death.
But should it be no? It shouldn't have to be a part of the court system. We handle that shit, and that just gets to our point of should we just handle our own court system? Tear down the government.
Tear down the government, anarchy.
This is why we don't get good numbers.
Now, now, who makes shoes? Anybody here make shoes? I need some shoes.
I'll make shoes
But-
as long as you give me some bread. Well, I guess I can make good bread.
Yeah, I guess I can make some bread, and I could.
Why
trade
does he
that
get
for
more
things.
bread? Just because he makes shoes.
Because he makes the shoes. What can you make?
I make problems. You're like, well,
Would
you're a
you-
politician.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna go into this stick hut that I've built to keep bad people in.
Oh yeah,
Because you're bad.
You're good at beating people up.
Yeah.
So you need to be our beater upper.
You need to
Here's a
beat her
beat
upper.
stick for your beater up. That's the first cop.
Yeah, I don't need a stick. I beat shit up with my hands.
I like this stick though.
It's heavy.
Man, dude.
Do some damage.
So when it's like robots pulling you over, though, imagine you can't appeal to their humanity.
No, there is no humanity. There's nothing. There's nothing there. It's
Now,
just cold steel.
in theory, you could get away with more, depending if you were good at be manipulating a new system.
0 0
You know?
1 0 1 1 0.
It'd be It would like judge your tone of voice, whether you're like slurring or sound bro-ish or something. Does it relate that to drug use and like you losing like feeling in your mouth? Right?
Hello there.
Yes, you'd have to speak really clearly, to put makeup on the tattoo, and like just clean up a little bit, shave my beard real quick,
Yeah.
and then scan me and like, hello, sir, here's my thing, and be like, good job, and then, thanks, man.
It looks like you have.
Thanks, man.
It looks like you have recently shaved, sir. Because
So yeah, you can
Is-
tell that I recently shaved.
what does your
How
license
long-
look like? Do you have the tattoo in your license yet?
No,
Okay.
I
What
could still rock.
does your license even have the beard?
Yeah, I think I have a beard. And that's,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have any of like the ones without your
Yeah.
beard? Yeah.
I think so.
You should show those to the podcast one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hiding. This is what I'm hiding. I mean, I went through a good period where I didn't have a beard.
Mm.
It was like Santa Cruz days. I'd be shaving all the
Yeah.
time. Had really short hair,
Yeah.
and I'd get good haircuts and like clean up. And
You were really doing the Cali thing.
well, no, not at all, really.
You don't think
Not
so?
the traditional Cali thing.
Yeah.
When what you would think of. I was like, I was on some not getting caught shit for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to work that AI system.
Yeah.
And get scanned and be like, "This is a good boy.
This is good. I'm a good boy. Hello.
I'm a good boy. Look at this haircut. Come on.
And everyone's
I
just
paid
like,
more than I had in my bank account for this
with
haircut."
those shifty eyes.
Yeah, they'll never know you're poor. If you spend all your money on haircuts and shaves, they'll never know you're poor.
Why are you paying for shaves? You can do that yourself.
Oh, they can tell.
I love it. I love it.
They can't get as close as a good barber.
The hot rag.
Yeah. And that almost slitting your throat feeling.
Just like wanting them to do it. Just slit it. Just
maybe like get a little twist.
Just get a little
No, it's his fault.
Feel alive.
When you got somebody to sue.
Yeah. Now you've got a day in court.
Now you own McDonald's. Good job.
And this has been ways to get rich quick.
Or get free McDonald's. That would be a ways to get free McDonald's. Get your throat slit at a barber, sue and buy McDonald's.
Yeah, buy into a chain.
Then you get free McDonald's forever.
Awesome. Yeah.
They're going to suck up to you when you walk in at McDonald's. Because you know McDonald's.
Oh my God. Hello, sir. That's the owner. That's the owner.
Quick.
He's fat as fuck.
2 McGriddles. I'm going to jump over to a ruby grapefruit here. My man likes mango over here.
Until we drank them all.
I like these ruby grapefruit. No, there's
okay.
2. You can have mangoes.
Mangus.
Damn. We did touch on the topic at least for a second. We've done worse.
Damn.
We've definitely gone.
Oh, cheers to that, homie.
End.
I'll cheers to that all day.
What are we? I just cheers and didn't know what we were cheering
to. Doing something. To doing the thing we said we'd do in the fucking title.
No, I'm glad I cheers to that then. You could have been like, let's cheers to that. And I'm like, yeah.
Boom. Fucking goats.
You know what you just cheers to? You can't just cheer. Dude, I'm definitely a sucker. Oh, we talked about this. A cheers, a chant, anything that's like group. As people start huffing and puffing, shit, anything like that. I'm a sucker for
Toby's shirt is off. He's spinning it around his head.
I'll start monkeying out with some people for sure for no reason. If I just feel their energy.
Is this what we're doing?
Yeah. I don't even know if we're about to fight, fuck, or like start a mortgage. We're buying a house together. I don't know what we're doing now. I don't know if this is a gang. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Start a fight club. This is a book club, and we're just real excited. I'm just in. Whatever this is, I love the energy.
Everybody just read Grapes
I'm the
of
guy
Wrath.
who ends up in a cult and been like, this is a great party last night. And everybody's just like, so are you in? Yeah, I love the energy here. You know?
Yeah, you know,
you guys are always hype.
Yeah.
I love it. It would have to be like the bro cult. The bro cult is a funny cult, though.
Yeah. The cult of
they still
barrage.
party, you know? They still get down, like. It's still fun, but you know, the daytime, read scripture, whatever.
No, there's no scripture really.
Not in the bro one.
It's just the bro code.
We watch movies.
We watch movies about the bro code.
Yeah.
A lot of
that is real.
A lot of what is fucking just a lot of National Lampoon movies. Not the good ones.
So poor.
So poor getting
dripping stuff on my beard. Oh, dude, watch this. Mediocre Seth Rogen movie last night. It was pretty good.
Is it the one with him and Charlize Theron?
Yeah.
It's mediocre?
Yeah.
Is he losing it? Is he losing his edge as he's getting older?
No, he's funny. It's just a mediocre movie and plot and whatever. But she's like a politician. He's a journalist that goes along with her. They fall in love, but they would never fuck in real life. Like, she wouldn't touch him.
Right.
It's always like that. Always been like that. We need to reverse that and have some hot men with some ugly women.
Nerds write the movies.
And they're like, this is my dream girl, and I look like him.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. But he came on his own beard in the movie.
Hell yeah.
So that was...
You're like, I've been there. Been there.
No, I never came on the beard before. No, see, a lot of people talk about getting on their stomach. I'm like, who fucking does that? There's some comedians that talk about cleaning up their stomach, and they'll like puddle on their stomach.
It's like, why would you do
maniac.
that? Yeah.
It's like you panda bear or something. God, I don't know what that is. I don't like that. Man, aim that shit down.
Yeah, on the floor. You're like, I'd rather come on anything but myself.
God. Isn't that the rule of the Bible? That's in the Bible.
What?
No, there's
better to spill your seed on the floor than in the belly of a hooker.
No, it's the other way around. Better to spill your seed into the belly of a whore than to spill it on the ground.
Okay.
So it tells you to fuck a whore over jacking off.
So did your mom ever walk in on you masturbating? She's like,
get out there! Find a whore! But then there's like the Jezebel thing. So you're not supposed to have a whore, but you're definitely not supposed to jack off. So if you feel like you should jack off, you should go find a whore, but please don't.
But if you can, just wait until you meet a nice girl.
There's some mixed up rules there.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, is the whore good or not? Keep saying whore. That's a biblical term.
Oh,
God. Yeah, that is a weird line, because at the same time, it's like, man, there's who knows her situation, who knows what you're putting her through, and there's like maybe diseases. Jacking off's better for the world in some areas, like,
I mean, maybe all that psycho killer needs to do is rub one out and just relieve some tension.
Religious, and he's like, well, I have to fuck someone over. I can't jack off. They said it's better to go in a whore. I will rape this person, and then they're fucked up, because they just need to jack off. Maybe
she let me rape her. She's a whore.
No, I mean. God, who knows how they interpret it? That's a weird line.
Yeah, insane people are insane.
But that idea is insane to me. Like, imagine. I don't know.
But see, like, you can't just instill that in everybody. It's like, sometimes people just need that release, and if you don't have somebody to release it with, you gotta give it the old hand crank, but you can't do it too much. Because then it's a problem.
God gets mad.
then God gets
but do you see
so
what I'm saying?
mad.
That could train some people in the wrong way, thinking of that line.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that could definitely send people in the wrong direction.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but
I need to fuck something. Toby and Davey told me I needed to fuck something. Myself, so I guess I better.
Not supposed to go on the floor.
I guess
I'll lay someone down on the floor.
And then maybe
on our belly. See, on the belly of the whore. Or no, it's in
the belly.
But
no, because it still ends with a baby. Babies.
I know this is like a stupid realization, but no woman had a book in the Bible. No, there should have been a disciple woman. The only women it talked about in the Bible is like a prostitute that Jesus was hooking up with.
Yeah.
Like, or mothers.
Yeah.
Like, there's no woman perspective in the Bible. I don't believe that. If they took all these books from real people from all over the place around this era, there had to be one that was written from the perspective of a woman, and they just kept that shit out.
I mean, you gotta think too. Maybe women back then weren't allowed to write.
We do that pen. No way. You could sneak some writing, right? That'd be like you're in the back. I mean,
maybe there were some that could write, or some that could.
They allowed to write and read.
You got to think about the times, man. Of course, there were empowered women back then, but I don't know what they were doing. Maybe there are some lost books.
I think there's just
because like the Library of Alexandria is gone. That was like the world's library with all of our old school documents and the ancient world documents and things like that, telling of like probably our real history. Gone.
What happened to that?
It burned
on purpose.
Yes.
What year?
I don't remember.
Like recent? 100 years?
No, long.
500?
Long.
Thousands.
Let's see.
Well, the world's only 4,000 years old, so how old can it be?
Excuse me, 300 years old. The world is 300. The world is a little baby Jesus. It could have started
fucking yesterday, and we experienced all this in one day.
And we just made all this other shit up. We made past and your future
we just
wants.
Experienced it that quick, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no, you just wake up thinking you remember what happened the day before, but it's just today.
Or that day did happen, just over a different understanding of time.
I liked what I said better.
I think mine was more realistic.
So what was I looking up? No.
I don't fucking know. What were we even talking about? Women writing.
Oh, the burning of the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah. Damn. I think we're just bad people. That's why we shouldn't do this. This is, out of anything in my... maybe not, but I would think out of anything in my life, I would get in trouble here.
Okay. The Great Library of Alexandria in Alexandria, Egypt, was one of the largest and most significant libraries of the ancient world. The library was part of a larger research institution called the Museon, which was dedicated to the Muses, the 9 goddesses of the arts. The idea of a universal library in Alexandria may have been proposed by Demetrius of Phalerum, an exiled Athenian statesman living in Alexandria. To Ptolemy Isoter, who may have Ptolemy. Okay. who may have established plans for the library, but the library itself was probably not built until the reign of his son Ptolemy II. The library quickly acquired many papyrus scrolls due largely to the Ptolemaic king's aggressive and well-funded policies for procuring texts. It is unknown precisely how many such scrolls were housed at any given time, but estimates range from 40,000 to 400,000 at its height.
Keep reading.
Where are you going? You going to piss?
I'm gonna go do a quick form.
Oh, okay. Toby's gonna go do the press junket real quick, and then I want to find out about the burning. When did it burn? Burning. The library, or part of its collection, was accidentally burned by Julius Caesar. That fucking asshole. Fucking Caesar. During his civil war in 48 BC, but it is unclear how much was actually destroyed, and it seems to have either survived or been rebuilt shortly thereafter. The geographer Strabo mentions having visited the Museum in around 220 BC. Okay, so Julius Caesar accidentally burnt it. And that fucking biatch. Fucking stupid ass haircut. Roman motherfucker. Oh, there's some pretty pictures of it burning. Just burning. Man, it would have been ridiculous to see anything back then. Everything was so grandiose. Nobody did anything else. There was no social media to distract you. There was no internet to be a part of. You had to work outside. You had to do things with your hands and tools that you fucking built. I'm sure you could buy tools from the tool maker, but you probably built them yourself. Why? No internet. They may have had something like it. We don't know what they actually had for technology. We don't know what's actually left over. Because a lot of things may have been degraded at some point or buried so deep that we don't know. Do you think that there's ancient technologies out there, Toby, that we don't know about? Like, do you, like, because they're thinking that the ancient Egyptians may have had some form of electricity and had light bulbs and batteries, things like that. Do you think they had like cell phones and shit back then, ways to communicate long distances?
Yeah, roaming.
Roaming.
I think maybe.
Roaming charges.
I just looked over and it was the lag of me sitting down. And it's like,
who's here? Yeah, what you're seeing here is just a ghost of yourself.
Yeah. Hasn't it always been?
That part of you is already dead.
I'm not just a ghost in a show.
You are.
I never got to see. Wait,
you're
maybe
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, maybe I never. I don't.
It was
maybe
dumb.
a late night watch because I
Dumb.
remember some of the visuals, but I could have just watched the trailer shit times over, watching TV. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like I watched it, but I feel like I don't remember shit from it.
Probably not.
But that's
It doesn't matter.
Movies.
Yeah, you just sit
I
there.
like Celtic Pride.
That's it.
Number one favorite movie.
Minority Report.
And it's pretty good. It's not on my top 5.
Really? Minority Report's not in your top 5?
No way.
Not at all.
It would take me days to get my top 5.
Let's hear it.
No, we've done
now.
This island shit before.
No, top 5
it's a different
movies.
question, I guess, the island thing. But no.
Top 5 movies, go.
I think we should get... apparently we're doing quizzes all the time.
Yeah.
I really enjoy those.
Yeah, you want to do a quiz?
What
kind of quiz you want to find out? What do you want to find out?
I want to have a discussion with you about real topics. Real life things.
We've been doing that for 2 hours, Toby.
I want to get in the... Put me in a hot seat. I'll put you in a hot seat. And
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want a hot seat. I don't want that.
I'll put you in a hot seat.
I don't want that. Don't do that. No.
I'm warming up.
No.
Okay. Slowing down the fastball.
No!
All right, let's do no hot seat. We'll do a hot seat episode. They'll be really heated.
What,
people want to see us get mad.
They just want to see us yell at each other. What about that one time that you did that thing?
Yeah, fuck that. I remember that one time you did that thing.
Fuck you for bringing up that time I did that thing to you.
That thing
when
meant
I did that.
Nothing.
That thing meant nothing to me. Just a thing.
Now, I do like when we vague fight like that. Because we could totally have a full conversation if we just went a little Man, we could stay just as vague. But I think we could actually have a conversation talking like that. Because when you said it to me and I said it back to you, I was wondering, I was like, is he thinking about a real thing? Because I didn't have one in mind.
No.
I was just playing, but like I wondered. I was like, he's probably thinking about a real thing.
No. Nothing in particular.
Hot seat. We need a you're in the hot seat.
Yeah,
we like D doing it or something.
We need somebody. We need if you want to apply to be our man in the chair running all of our shit.
Yeah, I was just watching
do that.
Parks and Rec on it was what's his name? In the douche. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Really? Crazy Ira. Crazy Ira in the douche. And their dude was Jewish Greg. He's like, whatever we're paying you, Jewish Greg, we gotta give you more. And he was the soundbite guy.
Okay.
To do all the sound bites.
We're gonna find out which Sex in the City character you
Fuck
are.
that. I've never watched that, so it'll mean nothing to me.
Okay, so what's the show you did watch?
No, we'll say some real shit. Are you a sociopath?
Okay. Test.
We could both use that one. We gotta do some helpful things for people here, and you can take this test at home. You 3 people. Do yourself a favor. Jack off before you kill a country.
Okay, Toby, we're going to find out if you're a sociopath. Are you superficially charming and intelligent? Superficially charming and intelligent. Yes or no?
Probably. Because that's like putting on shit for people.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy at a party some nights.
Do you have delusions or other signs of irrational thinking? Are you overly nervous or anxious?
Yes.
Are you generally reliable?
No.
No, you're not. Do you regularly tell lies or say insincere things?
No, Davey. I've gotten out of that. Okay, that might be my only one that I've worked on really hard. Like,
do you feel remorse or shame?
I try to say what I'm feeling. Not as hard as I should, but is there a medium answer to these?
It's yes or no? Yes and no.
Do I feel shame and remorse?
If you fuck up,
Very
do you feel
little.
Bad about it?
No, I deal with it really quick, and I mean, even if it's something I deal with forever, it's like not a huge deal. I don't know if you could truly call that remorse. Like,
okay, so we're gonna say no. So you don't feel remorse or shame.
That's not fair to me to say no, though.
Okay, so we're gonna say yes.
But yes,
because you feel them.
Either.
You gotta pick one.
Okay. Feel remorse. That's hard. Yeah, just say yes. I'm a good person.
Is your behavior? That's manipulative, Toby. You're not a good person. Is your behavior antisocial for no good reason? Yes or no?
Probably.
Okay. Do you have poor judgment and fail to learn from experience?
Yeah. Really, I really do. I've had a lot of chances to do some great things. You know.
Are you pathologically egocentric and incapable of love?
Wow. No, I'm not gonna say yes to that. I have love in my life. Fuck you.
Okay. Do you experience emotions like most other people do?
No.
God, no.
Definitely not.
No. Do you lack insight?
Yeah.
I don't think it means like that, Toby.
Insight, like you want to know the inner workings of things and want to know what's going on.
I feel like it means like
you don't want to be lied to.
Do you lack insight to yourself?
Do I like insight? Yeah, I mean, even on a level of like, I like it when people. I don't like it. I can't say like, but I appreciate when people call me out for like just natural things about myself because I forget those things, and like I normally will decide to keep that thing even if I don't like it because sometimes I'll do that, but I do enjoy. Not enjoy. It's not the right word. I appreciate when people make me look at myself from the outside.
Okay.
Even though I don't like it, I appreciate it. So yes, I'm gonna say I do like that. Lack insight. Oh, I thought you said like.
Do you like
this whole time I was thinking about. Okay, so that's a different question.
Insight.
Do I lack insight?
No.
I mean, I know my inner self really well, but I do not have a good outlook. Like, I can't see how people see me, and I don't care.
Okay. Do you often have to fake your actions and responses to others?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have to force some feelings, especially people I don't know well.
Okay. Does your partying behavior get out of hand?
Yeah.
Do you make false suicide threats?
No.
No, I mean that shit.
I'm really thinking about suicide. So maybe, I don't know. Is it false if you just don't do it, but it's a real thought? Like, doesn't seem.
Is your sex life impersonal, trivial, or poorly integrated?
My sex life?
Yeah.
It's personal. It's always been personal.
So
I've never been a non-personal sex person,
No.
you know.
Okay. Have you failed to follow a life plan?
Mm-hmm. About like 8 of them.
Okay. So and
double that. If there's a double, yes.
I have to perform a CAPTCHA for this shit.
A robot took this test.
Yeah.
At this point, don't you?
don't you think if you're a sociopath that you're also kind of a robot? Dum.
Absolutely not.
Is that more of a psychopath?
I think it's the opposite.
Okay,
The rest of them are robots. And just feeling out things that they've been taught to, you know? That's more of robotic than not feeling them.
Let's see here. Your score is a 13 out of 25.
That's pretty good, right?
Scoring the sociopath. There are a total of 25 possible points if you answered yes to question. But that doesn't tell you.
I'm a realistic sociopath. I'm like a down to earth kind of sociopath. Right?
If you answered yes to questions 1, 5, 7, 9, 12, 14, 15, and no to the rest, you exhibit the symptoms of a sociopath. However, there's no foolproof way of diagnosing yourself.
Because I might be lying on a lot of those.
All right.
Too. It's like, how can you truly get that question out? Because I'm always gonna present myself a little bit better.
All right. Find out
how
if
I would naturally do.
Let's
find if you're a psychopath.
Yeah, that's what I looked up,
looked
buddy. It's already
we're on
ready
the
to go.
same page.
Yeah. I'm crazy.
Let's start. Psychological evaluation. Rate yourself on a scale. I find myself in the same kind of trouble time after time. 1, not at all. There's 1 through 5. 3's neutral, 5's very much. 1's not at all.
I'm gonna say
on a scale,
same kind of trouble.
I find myself you keep doing the same shit.
No.
Okay, you're right. So what? Not at all. You 2,
I was
3.
2.
I'm often bored. 1 through 5.
Let's find one that's just like a yes or no one.
No, I like this. This is what I wanted more because it has the in betweens.
Okay.
It's much better than you wanted the yes and no.
Yeah.
That one's a bullshit test.
Okay, so what was the question again?
I am often bored. 1 through 5. 5 very much bored. 1 not at all.
Okay, so probably a 4.
Pretty bored. I quickly lose interest in tasks I start. 1 through 5.
Probably like a 3. Depends on the
Neutral.
task.
3's right in the middle. Neutral.
Because it depends on the task.
Making a lot of money is very important to me. 1 through 5.
3.
My main concern is the bottom line. The bottom line. So let's break that open a little bit.
That's a butt crack.
You want to know?
Bottom line is a butt crack.
Yeah. So you're concerned with butt cracks. That's not an answer here, but let's see. Okay, so the bottom line, you want to know. Yeah, you're a bit like that because I'll start telling somebody like, just tell me what's going on, and you'll cut to the point. Get to the point.
Okay, yeah, I like to get to the chase.
Okay, I'm gonna give you
Cut
some
to the
bottom
chase.
line. Most people are just stupid.
Hell yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, everybody's dumb. I'm smart.
Well, I didn't say that.
That's
Calm
what I
down.
said.
I'm trying not to hurt others in pursuit of my goals.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So wait, I'm very much trying not to hurt others. So I'd go 5 on that one.
Yeah.
But very much or 4? You have other options here.
I wanted the yes or no quiz. This is taking too long.
I'm doing a 4. I enjoy manipulating others' feelings.
No.
Very much. The neutral?
I don't enjoy it. No.
You don't enjoy it?
No.
At all? Ever?
No.
Throughout your life?
It's not an enjoyable thing.
Putting 2. I feel bad if my words or actions cause someone else feel... It's a bad sentence. It says, I feel bad if my words or actions cause someone else feel an emotional pain. Should be a 2. You feel bad when what you say hurts someone.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's a middle one. You'll spit on the ground.
Hell yeah. Sometimes
So you'll say some shit.
Yeah.
Neutral. Wait, what's the scale here? So some of them are backwards. Some of the scale is backwards because of the wording. I feel bad if my word... You really feel bad, not at all, or very much, or neutral, or in between.
Very much bad, not bad at all. Is that what it is? I don't feel very much bad.
You don't feel very much bad?
No.
But you don't feel not at all bad, so we'll go neutral or a 4 or 2. You feel more towards... Let's go neutral. Cheating is not justified because it is unfair to others.
Correct.
Not at all or very much.
Still doesn't make it... Their grading system doesn't make sense. Cheating's bad?
Not at all bad. Very much bad. Or neutral bad. Or in between neutral and not at all bad.
Yeah, cheating's not cool.
Very much.
Very much not.
Very much not cool.
Very much not cool.
Now you need to pick true or false. You like this,
all
don't
right.
you? I am superior to most people. I'm going to pick true.
That's not what I believe.
You don't think you're superior to most people?
No.
You think everybody's better than you. Then why do you think you expect anything? Why should you expect anything?
I
from
don't
life?
expect anything.
You don't?
I expect to earn.
Then why are you
things.
mad when you're not getting shit? You're true. I know you.
Because I have to earn things. People have to earn what they get most of
Really?
the time.
No, we're sitting on this question. No, you don't think that you're better than most people?
Most people?
Yeah.
There's statistically speaking, there's so many people that are like just right a step above me up and then a whole lot more above me.
There's a shit ton of people on the bottom, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's most people, isn't it?
You just want me to say?
I'm answering
yeah.
too for you.
All right, that's fine.
There's no way you don't believe that. Doing what you do.
Okay.
It's like
I'm better than all of them.
most.
I said all.
See. Now we're getting to the
Yeah, now you've chipped away at my walls. They've come tumbling down.
Well, take this seriously.
Okay.
We're trying to educate people.
No, we're not.
Isn't this under education?
Entertainment.
Same thing.
Edutainment.
Edutainment. That sounds gross. for some reason.
Entertainication.
Yeah. I like that, actually. Coin that term, entertainication. It's pretty special.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the rest of these true or false ones.
No, we need to talk about this.
What do we need to talk about? I already said I'm better than everybody, so move along.
Oh, man. Oh, Todd Berry's just...
He's hanging out today.
He's sad about us, though. Look at him just... He's sad. I ain't seen him rest his chin up there, and... He's lost his hope.
I think you're projecting, Toby.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm tired, too. I don't want to call it yet. I want to get through this quiz. Let's get through this quiz.
I lie to make things
Big
go
dick.
smoother.
Get to this quiz, big dick. Let's go.
You lie to make things go smoother.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, depending on what. Like, maybe work. Maybe. Maybe to get out of an argument. But it can't just be true or false, though. It's too simple. That's why I don't like these.
Okay.
Do you want to answer yourself, then?
But no, it's good to like we got to do the thing.
I lied to make things go smoother. Yes or no?
Yeah.
I rarely feel guilty.
No, I feel guilty sometimes.
I am an emotional person.
Yep.
I often get others to pay for things for me.
No. Sometimes, but try to
I
pay them
speak
back
with authority.
Oh hell yeah! Fuck you.
Answer truthfully now. Did you ever shoplift or take things that didn't belong to you?
Absolutely. I stole a fucking lawnmower from Walmart.
Were you close to your family growing up?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Did you have an imaginary friend?
Yeah.
Remember his name?
No, probably a ghost. Probably just a ghost boy.
Oh, but you had a name? And a friend?
Yeah, my friend.
He was real? He was a real ghost?
Real boy. Real ghost boy.
Okay. Have you ever wanted to hurt somebody because they wronged you?
Yes.
Definitely, bro.
I have hurt people because they wronged me.
I think we know the answer to this quiz. Have you ever played with the lives of others?
Yep.
I mean, calculating. Wow. You got not a psychopath. Even with your crazy fucking answers there at the end. How am I not a sociopath and you're not a psychopath?
We're not
And
good at
especially with
anything.
The only things... God damn it. You passed the psychopath test.
Is it not if you pass if you pass it you are a psycho? Is that what it is?
Nah. And now it deleted it. It just took the fucking page away and I can't even read it. Now it's shop for sunglasses and we'll guess your eye color.
What?
I'm gonna hurt these people. And now it's playing a video. And I can't go back or it goes back to the beginning. It gave me and I was supposed to read this thing.
Give me my phone. You can break my phone.
Find it or else. Ugh. I had a thing to read. Your results.
Did you do this top one?
All I clicked was all I just did was scroll down. But it won't go back to your results.
No, it says if you pass this psychopath test, you are a psycho.
Huh?
It says if you pass this test, you are a psycho.
Is that what it says at the top of the beginning? Oh, wait. This may be a different... No, that's it. That's the one I took.
Yeah.
So I guess you passed...
So I guess I'm a psychopath.
So you are a psychopath. All right.
Let's see if Toby's a psychopath.
Good at something. Sad boys, sad boys. Don't forget. Don't you like... I was laughing at the idea that I had for the studio name years ago. And also reminiscing the Wrist Cut Factory. I'm like, shit, that would have worked. The sad boy movement is like
it's gone.
Current effect right now.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially on like forums and shit.
No, music.
Oh.
Music loves some fucking psychopathic, sociopathic, suicidal, sad boy shit right now. There's a whole area for it. It's like
let's
emo
see if you're
rap
cut
and
out
shit.
for it, Toby.
Not psychopathic, more suicidal. They want sad. They don't want controlling. Psychopathic rap has been popular since the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
But no, now a lot of people actually like suicidal shit, which is the opposite of psychopath. It's like self-hate.
Right.
You know?
Most would describe me as charming and nonchalant. I can turn my charm on and off like a faucet. Not me. This describes me somewhat or definitely me.
What?
Most people...
Is it 1 through 3?
Yeah, you get not me. This describes me somewhat. Definitely me.
Okay, 3 is the top.
Most would describe me as charming and nonchalant. I can turn my charm on and off like a faucet.
Oh, sure.
So this definitely describes you or somewhat?
Yeah.
Okay. I do what I want when I want the moment the impulse strikes me, regardless of what others want.
Pretty close to that.
So somewhat or definitely.
I rarely tell myself no. You know, I do sometimes, but and I get better at it. But I mean, overall, I definitely lean towards letting myself do whatever I want.
So definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. If something goes wrong or turns out badly, it's not my fault. Not me. This describes me somewhat, but this is definitely me.
It really depends on the scenario there. That's in between because I can admit when I'm wrong, but I also will place blame on things higher than myself in my own mind, just so I can get through it, and just so I don't care.
Okay.
I'll just be like, well, this is the reason I failed at that.
Yeah.
And like, it's probably me.
All right, so I've gotten into legal or criminal trouble as an adult, not just a speeding or parking ticket. Yes,
now,
maybe.
Trouble, no, but trouble, yes.
Okay,
I've gotten away with all my trouble.
We'll say somewhat. I am easily the best at what I do, bar none. Nobody could ever take my place.
Nah, dude, I'm too self-deprecating for that.
Okay, so
I'm
not
like the worst at what I do.
Okay, I do whatever I feel like doing, and I don't care what others think or even if it's illegal.
Fuck you. I'll do what I want.
Every person for themselves. I don't see the point in feeling sorry for other people and have no desire to help others.
Except family. Family, so somewhat.
All right. I've gotten into legal or criminal trouble when I was a teenager, not just speeding or parking. All right. I have no problem or concern in lying in order to get what I want.
I mean, if it's for business, who knows?
So somewhat. All right. Live in the moment is what I say. The future will take care of itself, and learning from your past is pointless.
Ooh, that's somewhat. Because I accidentally am like that.
Yeah.
But I always wake up opposite of that.
Okay.
I always wake up trying to help my future, and then I go to sleep saying, fuck it, today's it.
I never feel remorse, shame, or guilt about something I've said or done.
No, that's a medium, too.
Okay. I don't see the point in taking on responsibilities of any kind. They just weigh you down.
That's medium.
Okay.
Because I'll take on responsibilities of things I love, but I definitely won't take on responsibilities of shit I don't care about.
You have moderate to minor psychopathic tendencies. You scored a 15.
Moderate to... Okay. I'm a light guy. I'm not too crazy. I can function in society still. Well,
yeah.
If you call this functioning.
All right, almost 2.5 hours. You want to call it? You call this one?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that not our time right there?
No, because remember it
started
stopped
over
streaming at one point for a second. We've been going for 2 hours 22 minutes.
Well, damn, that's good then.
Yeah,
I was looking at that time, being like, damn,
this is taking forever.
Like I looked at it when it said 45 minutes, and I was like, that's when I was taking a piss.
Yeah,
it's like no fucking way. This is insane. All right, cool.
All right, well, we love you guys. Get it all the socials, do the things.
Hit us.
We love you guys very much.
Bye forever.
Goodbye forever. Sad boys for life. Goodbye.